Hey, right. Oh, hour later than normal. Daylight savings is gone. Back on Greenwich Mean Time. And half the time zones with half the party all over the world seems to have caused chaos. So we'll get going very soon. In the moment, we're having a discussion of daylight savings.
Option of just shifting the school hours to a later time. There's no law against that either.
That's right. Well, you don't bump up against school. I mean, against work.
Oh, but school isn't nearly as long as work, so that wouldn't be an issue.
That's true.
Yeah, like most parents in standard, business type jobs are getting off work at 5. Well, now their kids are getting out at 3. So they have to manage daycare from 3 till 5 if they've got smaller children. That'll be shifted to morning hours, but right. Either way.
Already got 3 players in. 1, 2.
Yeah, my system's having issues.
And our portraits are gone. No matter.
I can see him.
You can see him? I'm not seeing any of it. Then I won't change it. I must just be slow loading for some reason because it's now popping up way after I got the character. So
I seem to recall that last time. That's boring. Let's get some better coloured dice. Seem to recall that last time you all there we go. I think you picked up the amulet, didn't you?
we did, and we tried to destroy it, and it didn't destroy.
Indeed. Disconcerting, to say the least, and also not a bit railroady on parts of Pinnacle to make sure you finish the adventure the way they want you to. That's plot points for you. Let's see what you recall. Yes. So yes, you got the message. You got a message from Deal as you got back into signal range saying the situation on the planet has become more fluid than our projections indicated. I received word that the BDF is planning to take direct action against War and his followers. While I was not anticipating this development so soon, I do believe it offers us an excellent opportunity, provided we move quickly to seize it.
Oh yeah, wasn't this amulet thing supposed to weaken War or somehow interfere with his ability?
It's supposed to allow it basically, apparently, War is protected from that trap because of he's been taken over by some alien life form, and until the amulet is destroyed, he can't kill the alien life form and therefore trap War. I think to recall that was the whole MacGuffin of the amulet, wasn't it? I'm sure you'll get an explanation soon enough. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. Someone in, but not. Doc, there's the Deckard. Oh, yes. Roger did say he was having interesting situations with Fancy Grounds giving him grief, didn't he? So, what's your plans? You have the amulet.
Well, didn't we have to take it back to her to be able to use that trap?
That is technically what's supposed to happen, yes, but you don't have to, of course. It's up to you. And you have
If we're taking it back to her, it's just a matter of the amulet being destroyed. Is there any reason we can't just destroy it ourselves rather than entrust it to someone else?
We tried several different things, none of it worked.
It's almost as if they want you to take it back to the people they need you to take it back to for the campaign to work. Canny that, isn't it? Very uncanny.
Is there a spell like banish? Can we banish it to another plane?
No, because Banish returns stuff to their home plane. So this would have to have been created on a different. This would have, you know what I mean?
Or temporal shift or something?
Nope.
I'm just making shit up. No spell?
Future, let them sort it out.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
then but if you do that, that just means war will just rampage across Banshee and kill you all. Problem you've got.
I mean, we don't have to be on Banshee when he does that.
Yeah, nothing stopping you getting a
There's some of us
spaceship.
here who have people we care about on Banshee.
Oh, I'm not saying that. It would be a good thing, but
You got to bear in mind that at the end of the day, Banshee is the only habitable planet in the system, and all the stations and everything do rely on Banshee for the stuff you can't grow in space. Yeah, you can't produce in space.
okay, GM, we'll take it back to him. Why are you even asking?
No, I'm only teasing. I'm just
Hey, hola. I'm afraid my computer. Neither of my computers will run Fantasy Grounds this morning.
It sounds like everyone's having a.
Yeah, I was having
that
issues. I found
other
out
people having problems? How did you get it working?
Issues. Uninstall and reinstall.
Uninstall. I didn't do uninstall. Okay, I'll keep working on it.
Have you tried nuking the cache? Usually,
I did move the configuration folder out of the way. Actually, I didn't. Yeah, and then I did multiple of that. I did that. The only thing I haven't done, I think, is uninstall and then reinstall.
Yeah,
I did do it reinstall.
You can't run settings when Fantasy Grounds. There used to be an option on. I do remember on Classic. I think they put a nuclear symbol on it to sort of imply that you don't want to click on it. And it literally was all it did was delete all your player cache. Just erased it all. So in theory, then.
Well, I did rename the folder, so that essentially deleted everything. But it won't even start up. I can't even get a window. It instantly crashes when I just start it up.
Are you on a Mac?
Yeah, on Mac OS.
Okay, so there were two things that happened. Like, did you just update for the first time?
I did update them. I shouldn't have updated the second one, but I was like, oh, that's just some computer error. But it's definitely seems to be from the update.
When we updated to the 4.3, I needed to shut down and restart. It had
the computer.
Yeah, the computer. It had something to do with the way OS X is now dealing with something. It's like a no.
Oh, okay. Okay. You know what? I'm going to try that on my normal computer. So I'll keep trying and I'll get back if I can join in. But in the meantime, you guys should start without me because it's taking a while. Okay, let's see what we can do here.
So as I was scouring through, okay, whatever. Start the game. Daz, if you have a second, I'd love to ask you a question after the game, but I don't.
Go on, no, go for it now. Go for it now.
Okay, so my players said the same thing. So if you look at your modules, whatever the top one is, it is not showing a display name at all. It like just shows like that there's a module and it says load. And so I was wondering, is that a swell thing where we need to put the display name at the top of swell? And if so, what's that command? Like it's at something, right? Up at the very top.
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah.
Because my players were saying that they weren't seeing the player guide that I had written too.
Yeah, I mean, I'll pop it. Basically, yeah, at name, colon, and that's the name of the module. At category name, obviously both lowercase with the 2 colons is the category name. And then you've got some others. I'll put it in the chat. What I've got as the the first 8 lines of the fantasy companion I'm currently working on, so I'll just pop that in the chat.
Yeah, I've got the export file name and all that shit. It's just there's got to be something that's at display name or something like that I'm missing.
I've just got at. All I use is at name, at character name, export author, export file name, export read only, export player visible, and export thumbnail. That's all I ever use.
That's what I've got too, but apparently there's something that's not showing for the players when they try to load it. So is there isn't there a display name? Like when you export it, you know how like when you export it says like display name optional?
Well, yes, but I've never worried about that one because I've never needed it.
I've never needed it either, but apparently there was something coming up where it wasn't working. So that's why I was asking.
Seen that one. Seen that issue.
So that's,
but if there isn't that display name, don't have swell loaded on this one. So
no worries. I was just asking. That was my question. So
no worries. Righty ho. Trying to find the map while all that's going on, and I still failed. Okay. Yes. So much as I would like to say that you can do whatever you like, it would appear this adventure is very much geared towards oh joy. Having a good day here myself. What have I just done? I do hate the way with the controls that if you lock the controls and then somehow accidentally resize the window, the controls move as the windows resize. Yeah, but they don't.
Yep.
They don't go back to where they were originally. I just managed to click on something which instead of me clicking what I meant to click, it decided I was trying to resize the window. So I just moved all my tokens and everything behind the chat window.
Which is why when I found that wrench that I thought was new and I'd never seen before, I was very happy because I can get rid of like the bennies and the like that has all that stuff in there. Because when I resize because that's the other thing that's happening with Mac OS is that it's completely overheating and slowing everything down. So you have to have the display set like way lower, like scaled at.
It's not good, is it? That's not what you
Is
want.
Is this with Ventura or is this with just any incremental update of macOS?
I'm actually on Monterey, but it's an update with which is like the one before Ventura.
I'm still on Monterey. I'm still on whatever the previous version is as well.
So the problem is there are two problems. One, Fantasy Grounds is way overheating. It's taking.
That's something about Unity, I reckon.
It is well, right? They don't know, but the workaround. I was talking to, was texting back and forth with Moon Wizard about it, and it's a known thing. The solution is to go into display and like scale the screen way the hell down, like to like if you look at the defaults, it's like shit. It says something like lower space or. Oh look, let me go 1 second.
This because my the Rollmaster game I played in, we were getting serious, incredible lag, like lag. So what do you say the solution was?
Okay, so if you go to displays, like in the system preferences, like the displays thing, right? There's like, I sent a picture. It won't let me open it now, but like there's a thing that it'll say like scaled or default for the screen, and then like bigger type, but then like as you move left, bigger type but less screen resolution, like it takes it down to like 1084 or something, and like you just you pick like one of the lower two, which makes everything bigger, right? But then Fantasy Grounds runs okay. It's apparently having something to do with like making Fantasy Grounds take more pixels than like 1,000 or something like that, right? So that's the workaround. It's obviously it's not a solution, but it's a way to play without lag.
This is a Fantasy Grounds error.
Well, Moon Wizard wasn't sure. They think it might be actually a Unity thing. They're not sure. They don't know. It happened after they updated the 4.3, right, with the dice update. But it doesn't. There was no. No one knows, right? It's just the point is that if you scale your screen down, right, your screen resolution down, then Fantasy Grounds doesn't suck up 100% of the GPU. And if you use that activity monitor, that's the thing that'll tell you, like it's a utility, right? You got to go to apps, utilities, other, or whatever the hell it is. And it's the activity monitor, and it tells you. And it's not the CPU, it's the GPU. And it slows everything way down because it gets up to like 95% for Fantasy Grounds on the GPU. So that's like a problem there. The problem that I think that Linda's having is that when you update to 4.3 the first time, it like seemingly crashes Fantasy Grounds. And the solution to that is to restart your machine, and then Fantasy Grounds will load. The update takes, but for some reason, the way that there was an update to, they think, OS X, that like all of them, not just Ventura, but like, because I'm on Monterey, I'm not on Ventura. And I'm on the latest build of Monterey, but I'm not, Ventura is still kind of new. So I didn't switch up yet. And they're saying that just the way it's working, there's something different with the cache. So when you update to 4.3, you have to, and it crashes, you have to then restart your machine and everything works as normal. However, when you restart the machine, you want to scale your display down so that you don't run too hot and lag everything up. So now I've and
only
this is
the GM can do that. You can't do it as a player.
Well, no, I think you can certainly do it as a player.
No, you
Remember,
have to.
my
It has to be.
This is totally different, but my experience with Fantasy Grounds is that it's the slowest computer that screws everything up. So, like, if there's one person running hot,
you have to do it on your own computer. The DM can't do that for you. You have to do it on your own computer.
Yeah, the display you have to do, and the yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, when you're in
on my options,
you don't see
Talk
what
about scale UI command.
the scale, but the scale UI is only relative to what your display is set to.
Yes.
So you have to, if you're on Mac OS, you have to change your display in the settings of Mac OS. You got to go to System Preferences, Display, and then click the thing down.
You got to change your screen res yet.
Right, because because Scale UI works, sure, but it only is relative to whatever you have your screen resolution set to, right? So that's the way that that part works. So,
you know what? I haven't got. I'm just gonna let if we use the maps, they won't have line of sight today because I knew there was something I meant to do. Anyway, right. As you can see, Guatemala's collecting, so it sounds like that's going good. Right. So
I'm really sorry for sidelining shit. This is why.
To be honest,
I just want to say that Deckard is so good at blabbing that I may be online now.
Exactly. No, you were chatting what I thought was useful, pertinent information for anybody who's trying to make a Mac work. Everybody can do the same with Linux, and if he feels so inclined another day. He hasn't said a word yet. So.
And him and he just tells me not to post it anymore. And
I said to you, no, I said to you that I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it the way it sounded. Yeah.
No, I know. It's it's cool. I just won't post anymore, but that's okay. But
yeah, well, that's okay because sometimes you just post bollocks anyway, so that's all right.
That's right. See?
Right.
Okay. Mac user.
Right. Got 3 hours to finish this adventure, so here we go.
fucking
You're the one who's
Rodney
late, dude.
I'm the Rodney Dangerfield of fantasy.
No.
grounds, right?
Don't get me wrong.
respect.
I'm not complaining about you guys. I'm just playing. It's just
We're only mucking around, mate. We're only mucking
I
around.
don't get no respect.
I am too. That's fine. That's,
I don't get no
I mean,
respect.
Deckard's not mucking around. He's just being annoying. But yeah, that's
Okay.
all right.
okay. So basically, you get a message from Deal saying put down in temptation. Upon landing, she assembles. She arrives and well, actually, you did contact her. She won't, so she won't give you the money, so that's fine. But she says put down in temptation. So she set down in the landing bay in temptation, assuming you do, of course. You can see that Marta's already waiting on the landing bay for you.
Hello, Marta.
Thought,
Are you Superman's dad or Batman's mum?
Sorry.
is it Batman or Superman?
They've both got a mum. Both. Do you remember that was the worst end, that was the worst ending ever, wasn't it?
Oh God, that's right. Isn't that
Hey,
right?
Martha!
Yes.
Zack Snyder.
Anyway, so she greets you and says, the good news, she obviously, I'm going to assume that you've handed the amulet over because otherwise I've already clicked on it now. So we'll pretend you're all being helpful and you don't have reservations, any undue reservations about her. You might have reservations about Hostrom Industries, but I'm sure that's nothing to worry about. They only want the best for humanity at this point, of course. The good news is exactly. So she obviously examines the amulet and says the good news is the amulet appears to be exactly what Nikolai claimed. Its energy signature is compatible with an object attuned to an extra dimensional power source. So maybe Banish would have worked with. Obviously, they don't say it does.
Hey.
It's only connected to. It's not from.
Exactly.
WTF? I've got that arcane dealio where I can cast anything. I could have ended this shit.
I'm definitely giving a benefit to Roger there for helping me out of the noose I nearly put around my neck. Okay, such as one would expect for a psychic anchor. If we take the rest of his claims at face value, destroying it could well break the connection the skinny rock has to our plane of existence. So, yeah, the amulet's made on this plane, but he isn't, you see. The bad news is the bidimensional aspect also renders it effectively hyperstable. It exists simultaneously both here and in an extra-dimensional space, and the two aspects of it effectively render either version unchangeable. In layman's terms, it appears to be basically indestructible.
So Banish would work on war then, if war is the other dimensional thing, right?
Yes, but the odds are he'd make his spirit check. After further calculations, I now believe the right combination of factors will nullify its invulnerability, namely exposing it to the spirit trap after triggering Rack's link to it should temporarily break its connection here with its other aspect. That's allow us to destroy the version here. She looks at you.
I just want to say that Linda is using her calculating ability to sanity check whatever this lady is saying in her head. I can't do it because my brain is melting between Fantasy Grounds, the computer program, and Fantasy Grounds, the character explaining math. But Linda's rechecking all her insinuations.
Oh, make a smarts check. Make a smarts check.
Smarts check coming up.
Sorry. You think it sounds right? You think it sounds right? You're just a bit tired.
Now does it sound right?
Yeah, I'm afraid. Well, you follow it. The rest of the party might be. It might be. It might be. You're trying to. No, banishing death war doesn't work. I don't believe. You think? Yeah, you follow it. The rest of the looking around at the rest of them, you know. However, Linda, you get the impression that no one else really followed it. therefore you decide that you feel that maybe this is where you should step in, and as you understand it, but obviously putting it in layman's terms, you obviously the point she's trying to make is you can't destroy the animate until Rack is killed and the power activated. So therefore you've got to kill Rack, but to kill Rack you must first have to mute War's power, which means exposing War to the spirit trap. That's basically what she's saying. It's obvious, really. Then of course, you still have to defeat the skinny who's controlling War's physical form in combat. Then, as the amulet is activated, destroy the amulet within the confines of the trap effect. It's perfectly obvious to you, Linda. It's exactly what it makes perfect sense according to your smarts roll.
Okay, I'm gonna accept that all that's obvious to Linda. But on a different note about Linda and this lady, didn't Linda play a card where they have like a special relationship now?
Well, obviously that's why you probably don't doubt anything she says anyway. She does keep
no,
looking
I mean,
at
back
you.
in the
she does
back
keep
in the day, don't Linda and this lady have like a romantic relationship thing, or something was kindling based on a character that played?
I mean, she definitely is. She's. I mean, everyone else in the party knows she was only looking at you through most of that explanation.
Okay, well, Linda's playing a card.
Although you do think that what Martha didn't really make clear in her explanation is that at that point, once War Essence loses the anchor, it can then be drawn into the trap. You don't think she made that part perfectly clear? So what's the card? Oh, you're playing Dress to Kill. No problem. Linda's looking particularly snazzy today.
Even though I don't understand what you're saying, Linda does understand what you're saying. Yes. Does Linda believe that this lady is confused because Linda looks so sharp this evening? Because if so, Linda's willing to step in and re-explain things in layman's terms and also make this lady look better, feel more comfortable, and obviously befriend the party even more.
Well, you certainly feel, if you certainly feel that you need, if you certainly feel that that's what's required at this point, then of course, by all means, what does the icon do?
That's what's required, and Linda rephrases everything you said, but in layman's terms. I won't even try because I just butcher it.
Okay. Well, okay. In layman's terms, just as I said, so you can't destroy the amulet until Rack is killed and the power is activated. For therefore, you must kill Rack first. But you must have, before you can kill Rack, you have to mute War's power, which means you must expose War to the spirit trap. But the spirit trap won't be able to catch War because Rack's protecting it. Therefore, once War's exposed to the spirit trap, you have to defeat the skinny Rack who's controlling War's physical form in combat. Then the amulet is activated. Then you should be able to destroy the amulet while keeping it within the confines of the trap's effect. At which point, War's essence, losing its anchor, will be drawn into the trap. Simple, really.
Okay. So to kill War,
so what we have to do is we have to get War and
Linda
Rack
should be able to explain
close
this.
to the trap.
Let Linda speak.
Go ahead.
To get rid of War, we need to destroy the amulet. To destroy the amulet, we need to fight in combat the controller, and then everything should be good. Correct?
Well, there's a series of steps, and this is what I'm hearing. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. Basically, we have to get War and Rack close to the trap. We trigger the trap, kill Rack, destroy the amulet, and War should go into the box.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Okay, that's what Linda says.
That's what I'm hearing.
The box, but that was that cube you found, wasn't it?
Linda parrots Bert.
What was it? Here we are. Yeah, was just going to remind myself. Cube. Because that was actually what was in the box. It was one of those things. Just to remind you. Single data slug fate indicator. Yeah, so, the hero check the slug. You find a recorded message from Dr. Darius Hellstrom himself. This is just to remind you what was in the box because you did see this. Hellstrom provides a brief summary of most of the background. The video is filled with static shaky and it was out of focus. The power and menace of the giant beings capture it's palatable. There's no door. Yeah, you saw on that spaceship. It looks like you saw the military horseman, the tall skeletal figure in robes carrying a scythe, emaciated female dressed in rags, gaunt man covered in weeping swords, wielding a bow, massive figure in archaic armor that you've seen since, swinging an enormous sword. Even though the survivors defeated the Reckoners could not be destroyed on the dimensional beings could not be destroyed on Earth due to the changes they'd imposed on the planet for more than 2 centuries. He managed to trap the 4 horsemen in the cube and sent them to Banshee, where the planet's unique nature would weaken them, hopefully enough so they might be defeated once and for all. So basically, it's a trap. The trap is literally a spirit trap. Will trap the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse and save the universe. That really? At least that's what Dr. Darius Hellstrom's recording told you back when you were on the continent number 2, as it were. So, there we go.
Well, Linda is sidling. I forgot what this lady's name is, but Linda sidles up to the lady, Marta, and makes small talk, and also tries to get some insurances, perhaps using her boosted persuasion, that Marta will look out for the party and will supply us with what we need. And if anybody has some suggestions, I can try and persuade Marta to provide extra support in whatever direction we need. So,
hello, Rigger, how are you?
And then obviously reignite the flame that was there earlier.
Well, I have to say, Martin's a little hurt by certain insinuations that you might have implied there. Obviously, in her opinion, the reason she's always used your party and managed to argue very good payments to keep your ship and everything running was all as a favour to you, Linda. It would have been. That's why whenever she was.
Linda understands that. What was the insinuation?
That you haven't been giving the party favor. That Marta hasn't been doing favors for the party and trying to keep them safe. In every, whenever possible, she got Hellstrom industry support and financial support for the party. So she's a little hurt on that score. But she says, even
with my boosted persuasion.
No. You misunderstand. She's been doing it all along because
understood.
You so don't worry about your boosted persuasion. She it's not a problem in that regard. She's gone out of her way to be as helpful as she can.
Then I make it clear to her that the only reason I think we survived the last mission was because of her support.
Well, indeed. Well, you didn't actually give her a chance to support you on the last mission, so therefore she couldn't have provided the money and payment and support she would have done if you turned to her. And she was a little upset that you didn't order for a while, but that's fine. She does. She's blushing quite a bit, and then remembers the rest of the party's there, and does realise she's meant to be giving a briefing right now, and does turn back to the rest of you and say that she's the reason she brought you to Banshee instead of back to Tunnel Station is that contacts in the colonial government have informed her that Rach and his army have changed course to the north and they're closing on the Spire, one of the black cities on Banshee. The BDF is deploying its own forces to engage the skinny army while it's away from both human and Anouk populations. No one knows what caused the change of direction for Rach and War's advance. Basically, all they can think of is that he's they think there's something that's been determined as a more immediate threat in the Spire that's basically took him on a course that stopped him rampaging towards Temptation and the more inhabited parts of the of Banshee. But whatever it is, it's a good. It basically it's a good because it gives more breathing time, and obviously this is away from humans. Civilization and most Anouk civilizations as well. this is obviously the BDF's preferred place to basically do a last-ditched attempt to stop war. So basically there's two armies about to mass around the spire. Which, if I could remember where the map is, I would have a look at it. Banshee. Map of Banshee. I'm sure if it shows the spire. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. So basically there's the spire. Or basically has turned towards the spire instead of continuing west towards the heavily populated area of Banshee. The only
Even
problem,
from the spire, it's just a straight shot down the Atax River to be in the.
Yeah. Although again, here Marta does look concerned and worried, especially after the talking to Linda's just too about looking after everyone. She does. She say the only problem is with this change of location and venue, and the fact you've got the amulet, and the fact this is the best chance to stop anything. There's no real time to raise any Hellstrom Industry Marines for support, and she's not even sure the request would be approved because there seems to be the opinion that she's been requesting too much facilities and resources and too much lately for questionable results. So unfortunately, she really needs your help here, Linda, and your friends' help to save the day, basically, but also get her back in the good books with her boss.
We're on it. Linda consoles her and assures her that everything will be good, even though we're dealing with the Horsemen of Death.
Although at that point, though, she does smile. She does put a wry smile on her face and does sort of say, however, on the other hand, though, that does leave me in the market for ambitious individuals with a working understanding of what they're facing, the stakes if they fail, and how to successfully carry out a mission. Only I knew a group that would fit that description.
And now Linda seems offended. What did she just say? What?
She's offended. No.
Huh?
What? Huh?
She's making a joke in the fact that because
you're not very funny.
She goes on the Martin sort of goes quite heavily into the whole save humanity angle, and Anouk, because Himidy's there, of course, noting the dangers the reckoners, particularly one possessed by a skinny posist in colony. She does say she does say I am authorized at this time to pay 1,000 credits per crew member.
Is that all? You want us to save the colony and you're going to pay us 10,000, 6,000 or something? It should be 10,000 each.
I mean, let's be honest.
We're saving the whole. We're saving the whole planet.
Well, what do we
someone
get?
does have a +2 on their persuasion rolls, you know.
Okay. Linda's on it.
Linda,
where's my Linda?
Flirt, and do the whole thing.
I thought that's what I was doing.
Yeah, I know.
I thought that's what I was doing.
You got to yes, but there's the point of there's personal feelings and then there's corporate guidelines. So that at the moment she's got her hands tied. However, with a +2, that's a single success.
It's not giving me the +2 for one thing, and it's giving me a -1, and I'm not sure why.
You've had you must have.
Is it because there's no gravity
anymore?
Carry
you wouldn't be fatigued anymore. That because you've taken more than an hour to get back, so you've all had an hour's rest. We'll ignore that. So anyway, that's a 6, which is
okay.
Which is a success. I don't know if you want to see if you can do better than that, but
with a D4, I'll take the 6.
Okay. Martin sort of just slightly goes, look. I can. You got to understand it's not as if I can easily access the Hellstrom Industries money and all that, but okay, you do make a persuasive argument. She smiles at Linda and says, I am authorized to extend that to 1,500 credits each.
Linda looks at the party. Is that good enough?
And she whispers in your ear, Linda, this is coming out of my own account, you know. I'm not getting that. Hellstrom's not paying it.
Oh,
it's all I've got left.
I hope it's her own department account, because there's no way would this lady take it out of her own pocket.
She is actually. She does admit she's been paying you out of her own pocket after the last couple of missions.
Well, that's certainly good.
Okay. I tell you what. We will go ahead and accept the 1,500, but inform Hellstrom that they, along with the planetary government, can be expecting a bill once we get this taken care of.
Any damage to our ship, any damage to the ship, they're going to have to pay for. I can fix it, but they're going to have to pay for, you know.
She does nod, and she says she can almost definitely promise a sizable bonus from Hellstrom Industries in the event of a successful outcome. Because Vanessa Hellstrom herself is very interested in a successful test of the device.
Oh, that alone almost gives me reason not to succeed.
Yeah, well, not succeeding is the equivalent of dying, so I'm good with succeeding.
Hey, we have to hurry up, because I have a card that needs to get used once we save the universe.
Hey, Hellstrom has already killed me. The fact that I can kill Hellstrom as well.
Okay, let's boogie. Let's get this done. 2 hours to save the universe. No, 3 hours to save the universe.
Not in character, but okay. Right. So the flight from Temptation, unless you want to pack any equipment before you go, we can go for the flight from Temptation to the Spire.
Here we go, following the ATAX.
The flight from Temptation to the Spire is uneventful. The arrival, however. What do you mean? Who else are you going to do? Let them in the world? Well, I don't mind.
What's wrong with the arrival?
Sorry. I was reading something on the screen. I was reading a message there. It made me smile. By the time you reach the remote ruins, the BDF has begun its assault on the Marauders. The majority of the fighting is taking place on the southern side of the Gorge River. Even from a few miles away as you approach, the amount of smoke and dust rising makes it painfully clear that War's army has grown significantly in size since the battle at Luster. Marta's up in the cockpit with you, Roger, and she looks at that and goes, "I suggest a stealthy approach. It might be prudent."
I don't know. These heavy cannons we got on this thing might actually come in handy.
Ooh, have we ever done stealthy before?
Have we tried it? Yes. Have we done it?
That was my question.
I mean, from a tactical perspective, if you consider the fighting's going on south of the Gorge River. So hang on, approaching from the land split formed where the Gorge River splits into the lower Gorge and lower Atax rivers to the east of the Spire. So she thinks that maybe the prudent thing to do is come in that way.
Okay.
But that's only Marta's suggestion. That doesn't mean you have to follow it. If you want to just fly up guns blazing, I'm not going to stop you.
Possible to fly under the radar?
Well,
I have no problems with swinging up through Tornado Alley and coming in from the north if that's what would be advised.
I think we're saying come up through the east.
Indeed.
I thought it was southwest the way I pictured it, but
Oh my goodness!
could you read that part again?
You're an arrow on the map pointing, coming.
It should be visual, but
like this, right here.
Yeah. All the fighting's taking place here, you see.
And Morgana's going to casually comment, especially with Himini, you know that the Anouk believe that the spire is haunted.
I couldn't see the map when you did your pointing. Could you point again? Temptation, A-Tax, Red River. Could you do the pointing again?
Suggestion was to come in that way.
Yeah, fly out over the sea and then...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw that. Oh, the lower gorge. I see where we are. Okay.
Okay, fine, whatever. We come in from the east then. Crying out loud.
Well, I mean...
Oh, from the east.
It's really your call. I mean, the direct approach will basically take you over. Even from here, it looks like it is a full. It really is. I mean, I know that's who you're fighting, but it is almost like sort of a full-scale war zone down there. There are thousands of troops fighting against several hundred BDF soldiers. And there seems to be more than a few armoured vehicles on both sides. The BDF have aircraft strafing the area, although it's clear they're being hard-pressed by skinny forces. As you get a bit closer, you see a barrage of surface-to-air missiles fired up from War's side, taking down one of the BDF aircraft. It crashes into a blossoming column of fire and destruction into War's forces.
Well, Linda would like to
get
get
flying in over there, then, are we?
Linda would like to get within 24 inches or 36 inches of those anti-aircraft things and destroy them. Shit, that's one thing we can do is take out their anti-aircraft. And can we go in from behind? Is there any safe landing place?
They're scattered all over. So let's just go in from the east like we're talking about. So.
Okay.
My worry there is that if we take out war, which is taking out war should be the only goal we have. because everything else stops if we take out war.
Linda wants to
not necessarily stops, but will end, yes.
Yeah. The war ends, right? If we take out war. So taking out a soldier or a battery or anything, it's just we're chipping away at the edges when we have a shot at going at the heart of this.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Gosh.
The soldiers are a distraction.
I think so, yes.
That's sad because Linda has mass artillery skills essentially, and she's never gotten to use them. So,
well, maybe you will.
We may need to fight our way through to war. That's the thing. But we want to save our resources for getting to war by the most efficient means possible.
Well, I have very few. Since I already used one of my bennies, I have very few power points available for large-scale war.
Oh, you would have reset. So, everyone would be on maximum power points, by the way.
Oh, because we recover. Can you get? Yeah, maximum power points, but I don't have the bennies to restore them.
Yes, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, we'll get bennies as the game goes on.
Okay.
Head of the snake, indeed.
Recently, I've always had excess bennies, so much so that I'm willing to give them away, but not this one.
It should be pointed out from your perspective about using your artillery skills.
Mm-hmm.
It basically is taking part in mass battles. Success grants the ammo and okay. It's important to track the. Yeah, they changed it. In the old days, it was a case of critical failure was you took 1d4 wounds. A failure was you took so many wounds. A success was you took 1 wound. A raise meant you got out there with no wounds, and then it was 2d6 power points usage for each round of a battle because it's not like a normal combat. But I can't find the rules.
I didn't say Linda's willing to take part in the battle.
No, I know.
I didn't say Linda was willing to take part in the battle. She's unwilling to take part in the battle, but she's willing to do it from long distance.
Looks like they have changed it in Swade, actually, mass back characters in mass battle, looking at the role. Because it used to be quite brutal. It was very hard for a player character to survive a pitched battle, if that makes sense. But anyway, so you're going to take the stealthy approach. That's the plan, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I really did want to basically shoot missiles.
Shoot you out of the sky.
Oh, you did, yeah. Well, basically, if you decide to take the straightforward approach, then I'm not saying how many rounds it is, but basically for every round it takes you to approach the spire, I get to shoot missiles at you. But anyway, okay, through the back door. Okay, so have the ship's operator make a piloting. Okay, basically you're trying to do the stealthy approach. So your piloting roll will be opposed by the notice roll of any potential sentries that war has posted out there, possibly with anti-air weaponry, to detect you coming in from the ocean. I just need a piloting roll. Roger.
I was doing various drags and so forth, and it was ignoring me. So I was trying to figure out what was going on. Oh, good grief! I'm having one of those days, aren't I?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It seems to be going around.
yeah. Spend one more just to see what happens. Well, at least I got a success.
Okay. Are you happy with a 7?
Yeah, it's better than the 3. Yes. Still not good enough. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be. Oh well.
Yeah, it's gone and added together, but I can see what the dice were there, so it was a 9, wasn't it? Okay. Fortunately, no one shoots at you. It's good. No one shoots at you as you come into land.
Doesn't mean they didn't see us. They just didn't see us in time.
Indeedy. So what I am now is somewhere. It's so nice to actually have a map. I wasn't expecting to be for you to fail the notice check. I'll do.
We killed war yet?
Yeah, no. Oh, that one will do. It's a strange one to use, but it's the only one I've got, so that will have to do. Okie dokie. Then I need to go to assets and tokens, and then I need to go to campaign, and I need to find the reckless. It's not what I want. I don't want it. Token. So, that's it. There we go. That's how I want. That's better. Take that down a bit, and we'll land.
Is it possible to update an attribute all the way to D20?
Nope.
It is not. So 12 is the max?
D12 plus 2 is the normal max. D12 plus 2 is the normal max. You can get edges that let you increase it further.
Okay. Thank you.
Other order. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, good. That's what I wanted. So let's go. There we go. So you landed by your ship.
Is it night out?
Is it dark?
Thank you.
They default. Oh, now, while I remember, someone made some snide comment yesterday about not having the lighting stuff on the items in the Pathfinder rule set. Not mentioning any names at this point because I can't remember, but I'm fairly sure it was Emily. What I did remember,
It was me.
what I did remember as after I went to bloody bed last night. And I lay in bed and it's like, well, that's really annoying me now because I've just remembered now is, yes, you said, yes, it did exist. And it's like, well, actually back then, don't forget, you had to do it all in Classic and therefore Classic didn't support it. So I couldn't put it in the module.
That tree is blocking my line of sight on my characters. I can't see anything. It's a black map to Himini.
There you go.
I was inside the tree for some reason.
That's because it's obviously, I just randomly found a map as quick as I could. So it's a little, it's the best I could do with no notice at all. So there you go. You land and what you see is a bunch of Anouks running towards you. Yeah, they appear to be Anouks from your tribe, Hibidi, but they don't appear to be recognizing you in any way, shape or form. Ouch, 2 crit fails
Go
in a
get
row.
him, Groot.
And
That's what Linda says.
sorry, oh gosh, yeah. Actually, yeah, that is very intriguing. They are still Anouks, but there's something a bit strange about them, I have to be honest. Okay, he is with the Joker bonus, he's going to target Himini and Deckard, and he can see Linda, so that's all good. He opens fire with his AK-2074.
Linda's kind of pissed at Doc for pushing her out the door first.
I'm afraid that was... Deckard takes 2 wounds. Morgana is unharmed. And Deckard shouldn't be hit twice, so obviously I didn't count that I missed him any. So basically this Anouk comes running forwards and opens fire with an assault rifle on the party. Deckard takes 1 of the 2 wounds.
50 dice.
Deckard remains shaken. This is not going well. Everyone needs some bennies.
I guess I don't get a chance to do that a second time. That's
But
okay.
you can spend a benny. Oh, what? To soak? Yes, of course you can. I apologise.
That's okay. I'll take the wound. I'll save the Benny. I only have 2 more, so that's fine.
You are shaken. You'd have to spend a benny to unshake and act if you want. But don't forget, moving is a free action. That ship's too small.
You can hide behind me, Deckard.
Okay, well then, I was going to spend a Benny to try to get a better soak roll, but I don't know if now it's going to give me a penalty. So does that make sense or no?
I'll ignore the penalty. Don't worry about that. Good. If you want to make a second soak roll, be my guest. Just make a vigor roll. We'll just add 1 on.
That works.
That works. You are not wounded. You are not shaken. And you just need to spend a penny. There you go. Okay, Deckard, you're up. You're not wounded. You're not shaken. Slight retcon there.
Well, sorry, I was going to do it when I only soaked 1, but then you approved it before I could drop the Benny
absolutely
on it
fine.
again.
That's absolutely fine. Off you go. I was just trying to rush things along. Yeah, and that's my fault. What are you up to then? Line of sight off because those trees are. I'm going to treat it. Those trees are tree trunks, not trees. So there we go. Go for it. It fails in a row. Oh, hit with raise, hit with raise, hit with raise. Roll that damage. Okay. That's unfortunate. Not much better. I think you need different dice. You need Jelsa's dice. They roll amazingly well.
Okay, so that one stands. I'll roll the next one.
Yep.
The 9.
Well, the idea is what you do is you roll all three, and then you decide if you want to re-roll any of them after we've applied and dealt with. You know what I mean? So if you want to re-roll your out over the other two, now's the time to do it. Sure what that 10 was for. You only hit 3.
Yeah, no, because I had a reroll. Sorry.
Oh yes, you did spend a penny to re-roll. Okay, so you shake one and incapacitate one. I'll see the shaken icon on it. That's because I haven't applied it there. There you go. You shake one and incapacitate one. There we go. Who's up? Sentry number 7 runs forwards. Well, I say runs forwards. They just move slowly forwards. He does a full auto burst on. Well, 3-round burst. It would be full auto. Which means actually there should be a -2 on that, so that's not a hit with a ray. Just a hit. They don't have recall training. Single shot after this because I can't be bothered. Oh, Linda is shot as she basically stumbles into the light.
Don't shoot Linda. That's naughty.
Are you going to soak it, or are you going to let that one stand, Linda?
How bad of a hit is it?
1 wound.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna soak. I don't need a wound. What is the? How do I soak again? Do I drop a Benny on the blood?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
My personal favourite is to hold down the control key and click the soak button, but anything works.
I don't know, but did that soak it or not?
It did not, but I'll just do that and then give you a Benny back. There you are. You're fine. Okay, that brings us to the dock.
Right. So I'm going to move here. And I'm going to pull out Bessie.
I think I want to give you guys a bit of cover, so let's give you some cover. You want to use cover, that is.
Oh,
Trees just fell out of the sky.
hey,
Can I use this stump as
wait a
cover?
minute.
Yes, you can use them as cover, most certainly.
Oh.
Did that attack take into account what's it called?
Okay. Nice, give you some cover.
No, you
Like
need to put
bonuses.
one right in front of.
I've got to put. You've got to. Oh, what's that? I didn't see that one down there.
Oh, okay, forget it.
I'm actually
Never mind.
there.
Okay. I'm just checking if. Yeah.
We need 2 trees like that.
Why do you need 2 trees like that?
Because I
So
want
you
some
can get
cover.
maximum cover.
Yeah.
2 penalties.
I'll let you duck behind there because I think you could have still used your You could have still used. You know what I mean? You can still use your cone from using that tree stump as cover. There you go. I'm nice like that. Okay, Doc, what are you up to? Oh, look at those purple glowy dice. I'm gonna have to make more dark. I'm gonna have to make more dark themes, aren't I? I'm gonna have to make themes darker for these new glowy dice. You can't see them on the light themes.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, that's a hit with a raise from his laser guided shotgun.
Oh.
Holy mackerel! We got bad cards. We got 2 3s and 2 2s for our cards. Do you have to pay to get snazzy dice?
Yes,
Yes.
$5.
Get some, but you do get a basic set for free. Just click on the
There's a-
palette.
yeah.
and
It's
you show you.
humiliating.
Yeah,
And
if you
and
if you
get
click
them
on
all-
color, if you click on the color palette, you do get the elemental basic dice for free, which gives you some flashy dice. And now you can choose any color for the text and the dice, and the dice no longer have to be the same color as your pointer.
Sounds deluxe.
Okay, this one is going to come running forwards to there and swing his axe at the dock, because the dock's close enough for him to engage in his preferred use of melee weaponry, especially with that.
Well, did you not see me take cover behind this log? What are you doing?
I did. That's why he ran round the log to hit you in melee.
I'm not talking to him,
He's talking to the
him.
guy.
I'm like, yeah.
I was hiding behind this log. What are you doing coming around here?
Exactly.
With using melee weapons. Can't you see?
No, I know. I know you were you being very tongue in cheek. I was just explaining because you took cover is why he did what he did. Ooh, look at that glow. Makes you feel
Every time
better.
I change the body color, it changes the text color too. That's lame. I don't get it.
Shouldn't do.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit all three of.
If you're using the presets, the nature ones or whatever they are, it does. It's a default set. You have to click on just the color of the die itself, and then you can change the color and the text together.
Okay. Now I don't even
Not
have
for the
dice
fancy
color
ones.
selected.
Okay, so
No,
you're doing a sweep, are you, Himini?
doesn't let me do what I want to do.
I'm doing the sweep.
Okay.
A moving sweep.
I'll just add in everyone you hit with your sweep and make your sweep attack.
Well, I hit Deckard when I'm not going to start swinging until I get towards the first
That's not
section.
how a sweep works.
You start spinning it.
Yes, that's the limitation of using sweep. You hit everyone you're adjacent to.
I run 8 yards and kill all my friends that are 8 yards behind me.
I am not. Look, that is that's the limitation for you being able to do that type of sweep. Is you have to hit Linda and Roger and Morgana and Deckard.
I'm just going to hit you. Unfortunately, that's the way it works.
Wait, I'm confused though. If I'm 3 feet away from him, how is that in melee?
Because he's going to be going through that
I'm
square
swinging
there.
my sword around and it's just hitting everyone around me. It's not like...
Look, I don't make the rules. I don't like. Look, I'm not. You know what I'm trying to say.
I don't think
Himini.
I don't think he's in the rule. Maybe.
Oh my goodness. What the
The
heck?
only person he hits is Linda.
So you can't do a move and then an attack?
Apparently not.
Not if you want to combine it with sweep, I don't think. I'm going to check.
You can, if you move and stop, then you can sweep. But if you are trying to sweep around a circle like that, you start sweeping and move while you sweep.
Okay, well, that makes sense, I guess.
I know it doesn't make sense on a map when you draw it out, but you know what I mean. It's one of those. It's one of those strange game balancing things about the fact that to allow you to do that, you have to basically you start just going. You're going berserk and you're just hitting anything as you run. And unfortunately, in the mass panic of combat, obviously he hits friends and foes alike. I'm not saying it's logical. It's the penalty because sweep is so good that you cannot avoid hitting friendly characters.
Oh, for some reason it's hit Linda twice. I didn't hit her twice.
Isn't there a tree between Himini and Linda?
I will rule there is a tree.
And the range as well. I don't know how big I've got a reach of 2 apparently with this thing. So yeah.
No. Point taken. I will take it back. I will take it.
They're all out of range of me anyway. But yeah.
I will take back the fact that they are just out of your range. I'll take it back. Having zoomed in a bit more, I can see they are in fact just
two. They're 6 feet away each, or 2. No, you're more than that. 2 yards away from me.
However, when you get to, I know what you did on your move, but when you get to that square there, well, you said there, didn't you? That I'm afraid does put Deckard in your reach, and then obviously you hit all the others, and you end up up, and you end up over here, which I'm not denying. I'm not denying. So, Deckard, I will give cover from the tree trunk as you're going by, which means he has a defense of 7. So you miss Deckard. That's fine. Okay, you basically.
Oh,
kill...
then I get my penny back. Because I already tried to soak. If you look up in chat.
Oh, I see. Yes. Well, no, it didn't show him hitting you. It showed him missing. Oh, I suppose maybe you soaked it, so I didn't pay attention.
No. He hit me. If you go up, I took a wound.
That's okay. Too late. I'm going to. You ducked. I'm going to retcon that.
No, fair enough. But like I played it to not slow things down.
No,
like
I don't go. No. It's my. Don't worry about it. The whole point it's not on a map. It doesn't make sense on a map because everything looks static. If that makes sense, but it's the penalty you pay for because sweep is a powerful edge. You know what I mean? That's the hindrance. You have to hit allies as well. That's to try.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm definitely just going to unload here into Himini. Remember to put the recall penalty on this time. So that's 1 hit with a raise on Himini. That's basically Himini's just basically massacred all of his compatriots. So he's just going to shoot Himini as many times as he can, wounding him.
Yep. No, he thinks he's wounded me.
But he did. He did just.
I'm just going to put my shield up.
He did basically empty a full clip into you. But yeah, you're quite correct.
I put the shield up and go, what? What was that? What are you doing? You're next.
Linda, you're up.
So I did my running roll. I hit running and I didn't realize it would roll. Do I use that or do you want me to hit it again? For a movement of 12. I don't think I need to move 12. But
Well, do the move without the run first, and then you can always click the run button afterwards if you want to. That's how I would always do it. It's much safer that way.
Okay. Well, she wants to run over here.
Okay, so that would require a run, so you're going to have to hit that run button.
Okay.
I'm not going to worry. Oh, I do like that gold color on black. That's very effective. Okay.
Oh, it's supposed to be blue. Change colors again. It only lets you change one of the 2 colors, apparently. Oh, no, maybe I forgot to hit
time. At a time.
At a time. Yeah, I think I forgot to hit the...
Yeah, you've got to hit OK between... Yeah, I've made that mistake before, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only limitation.
You got to turn off low G, Kevin.
Low G on, is it? Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm really not with it today, am I?
Global effect. They stay on.
They do. Right, there we go.
They're actually an absolutely brilliant thing.
Okay.
Until you forget to turn them off.
And then I think she's going to shoot her. Let's see, what's the map look like? Sorry. And then she's going to shoot her gun at this dude.
Yep, go for it.
And I have to find them. Not used to doing the gun, so I go to combat, and I do the. Now, she has a cancel from the running. She gets a -2. Is that right?
Yeah,
it's automatically
calculated. That'd be factored in automatically as long as you single click the run button. It's still depressed.
Okay, just to be clear, she has a. She gets to cancel a -2 because of her calculating thing.
Yeah, that's fine. So
it'll take that into account.
That's okay. We can manually put it. Oh, that's nice. The blues are nice as well. So that makes it a 5, which is a hit. Roll for damage.
Great. Roll for damage. So. Eight.
You shake it. Him.
Okay.
Does you want to re-roll the damage?
No, I think that's good.
Okay, Morgana, you're up. Bullets are flying everywhere. People are cursing and dying everywhere. And in the distance, you can hear very loud explosions. And up ahead is the
well,
great
I figure
black
Doc
spire.
and Linda's got that one, so I'm going after number 8.
That's interesting. Dog, it actually just. Oh, okay.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
I thought that was a crit fail, but no, that was the damage roll, wasn't it?
I hope you have a Benny.
Oh,
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 much
my
better.
God.
That's a
You know
50%.
what?
Why have you changed your dice for?
You know what it is? You're not using your sparkly dice. You should be.
Yeah,
That's
you're
the
using
problem.
Well,
Rubbish
because I
dice.
think it goes for magic users, and Morgana isn't a magic user, but hell with that.
Dead Colonies doesn't rate your sparkly dice?
That's very amusing. Jinx.
Because the sparkly ones I paid for.
Jinx has got
you-
conviction.
Well, he doesn't, because I don't recall, because this is the first round of combat, so that must have been left over from the last fight. Jinx, you're up. Jinx isn't here. I hadn't noticed. Jinx off there. Roger, you're up. I noticed we didn't have Jinx today.
Okay, I'm going to come slide over here next to this log. And because I'm the last one to act, I'm just going to shoot this closest one because he's too close.
Okie dokie. It would be dramatically appropriate for you to shoot the dock in the back this late in the game, you know. Hit with raise, roll for damage.
Especially since I'm using Eris.
Oh, gosh, that would be nasty.
Yeah.
It's not letting me drag dice. For
Ooh,
some
that looks
reason.
good. Look at that.
Convinced.
Jels, are you watching?
That's evil. That is evil.
I missed.
Thank you.
Okay,
I needed that.
Himiny has the Joker, which means everyone got an extra Benny. Aren't you lucky?
Oh, awesome.
And that last sentry is now dead.
There you go, Himiny.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the Anouk have tales of death walking astride the lands of Banshee, and they also know that death has a name, and that name is Himiny.
Himiny, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about
Right.
them. I told them not to drink.
So unfortunately, that they spotted you coming in. So, the rushing waters of the Greater Gorge and its tributary isolate the spire from the battle to the south and more posts to the north. So you don't feel you have to worry too much about reinforcements. Marta basically ambles out with you behind, obviously, because I forgot to put her on the map. And it's Marta, actually. Over to the map.
Linda thanks Himiny for cleaning that situation up so quickly. Well done.
There we go.
No problem.
She is most certainly not hostile. She is an ally. She's not an ally, but she's neutral, as it were. Okay. That's fine. So, if you change to approach either directions, the natural barriers will work against the mile of rushing. Okay.
Was Marta impressed with Linda's battle skills with the gun?
She was probably too busy scanning information. She is a bit of a sort of tech geek, as it were.
Data hog.
Yeah. The spire is an enormous Tanis formation sitting square in the middle of the course of the Greater Gorge. It's so large it actually splits the river, forcing it to carve channels into the softer rock on either sides. It sits at the western end of the land between the lower Atax and lower Gorge rivers, rising over 300 feet into the air. Marta says, actually, oh no, that's why I didn't put her on the map. I forgot. I read this earlier and forgot all about it. Marta basically comes out of the ship after the fight's over, gives you some remote cameras and links, and sets up links to your palm corders and comm links. Then she says she's going to set up base on the ship and monitor your progress and equipment. If anyone looks a little put out by that, she says, much as she knows she would just possibly be slow you down if she goes with you, and besides, if anything happens to her, you won't get paid.
Where did she think she's staying then?
On the ship.
Really?
You can take it with you if you want. If she dies,
We
you don't
take
get
it.
paid.
Linda supports her. No, there's no room in the field for an office operative.
Yeah, she's a REMF. Just leave her here.
But Linda's an office operative, isn't she?
Based
Like an
on
architect.
Yeah.
An
As you get-
architect, archaeologist.
as you
What are you
get
trying to say?
You come out on field missions and you throw up when the G's are a bit low. You know what I mean? So we don't mind taking you along. We can take another one along. I'll protect her. Don't worry. As long as she sticks with me, she'll be all right.
until you
I
sweep.
don't think she's comfortable with that.
Okay, then I say it's down to It's down to
Well, like I said,
Morgana
just
to
leave the REMF
decide if
here.
she
I don't
wants
want
to
to
leave
have
her on the
to.
ship.
Just leave her here. As much as I don't want her this close to the ship, she is a REMF, and I don't want to have to be busy watching her back.
What do you say, Morgana?
I say that she needs to be close enough to deploy that when we need it, but far enough away where we're not spending all our time keeping her alive instead of ourselves.
She's alone on the ship and someone attacks the ship. What we're going
Well, I think she'd be fine on the ship, I don't,
Or lock her in and put her on so she can't hack it.
No, she wouldn't, I mean, on a ship with AI and all that, you're never really alone, and she's got instant communications with us.
Morgana, are you turning on all the internal cameras to the ship to make sure you know what she's doing?
Yeah, I'll make sure that, we keep an eye on her, and I'm sure she'll be quite safe there. Probably not even lonely, given her, tendency to be an introvert.
Okay, right. At the base of the spire, as you approach the base of the spire, you see that it's surrounded by dead Anouks, prowlers, other alien-looking creatures, along with a smattering of human colonists. I did. It just didn't bloody change it. It does that sometimes. It's very
Well, if it
Restream
wasn't
IO
haunted before him, and
bloody
it
fix.
probably is now.
It worked on YouTube. It didn't work on Twitch. That's what obviously happened there. Great. As you get closer, can I have notice checks, please? I don't think you can change. Unlike YouTube, I don't think you can change. Oh yeah, it does. Deadlands Lost Colony 18. It's showing up okay. For me, anyway. Strange. Okay, back to the game. Oh no! I've done it again. Bloody hell! That really winds me up.
Oops.
I've done it again. I've done it again. I picked something and it resized the window. So now I've got to basic. Do you know what I mean? Now I've got
Things all over the place.
yeah.
It happens when you change the scale UI too.
It is very annoying. I have to be honest. It really is annoying. Just clicked on something and the bloody window moved. Really, that one in position, then that one, and then I can put that one in position, and then that one. Look, that one. There we go. And then I can resize the combat track and we get back on track. Okay. Yes. Nogana's obviously looking at the monitors of the internal ship, but everyone else, apart from Deckard, it doesn't matter. So, you do notice as you get closer that the human colonists all appear to have strange wounds on the back of their necks.
Wait, didn't we see these kinds of wounds the last time we got in a battle with war?
Not with war, but with Thack or whatever his name is. These are the alien things that are controlling them.
Were we ever able to recover somebody from that situation, or does that mean they're essentially zombies?
I mean, they're
I
all
think
dead
they're
anyway,
essentially
but
zombies.
yeah. You can tell you can tell that the Anouks, for 2 other Anouks here, there's no evidence that BDF was involved in the battle. There appears to be no ground entry into the spire. What you do notice is 30 feet up the rock face is what appears to be the first accessible opening. The rock is rough and contains numerous handholds, therefore climbing it shouldn't be too difficult to climb.
Well, if you go first, Himini, I'll be right behind you.
Is there any concentration of baddies that we need to deal with, or are we in the clear?
You're in the clear because all the fighting's taking place either side of the river. And the rivers, both the lower Gorge River and the lower Atax Rivers, are half a mile wide at this point.
Yeah, but as soon as we get on,
How far away are the troops in that? How
Either
far
side.
away is that?
Well, the river's half a mile wide, so they're at least half a mile away.
yeah, as soon as we get on that cliff face, we're going to get attacked.
Well, if we go up one at a time, then somebody can get up and be covering those below, and those below, just as long as they're covering whoever's
Well,
climbing.
does my ability to make Tannis slightly soft help in this situation?
I mean, you reckon it's a straightforward athletics roll to clamber up there. I mean,
I'll just climb up then, and then if
Yeah.
I've got a rope, someone give me a rope, and then I'll go up there and
Big is the opening.
big enough for anyone to fit in.
Well, is it big enough for the ship?
Has someone got a rope I can have to lower it down to you lot?
I don't have any rope, but Morgana's going to get impatient because of, all this diddling around. We need to get this done, so she's going to climb.
No problem at all. It's numerous handholds and everything else. Organa fails.
That's terrible.
He fails. If you fail, you basically take a point of fatigue for bumps and bruises.
Okay, I didn't fail that game.
Okay, Morgana's not going to make it.
No, you do make it. You just basically injure yourself getting up there. You'll just suffer a point of fatigue. You will get successfully climb on a failure. It's just you just suffer bumps and bruises as you fall slightly on the climb. That's all it comes down to. So you do get up there, Morgana. No problem at all. Just a bit bruised. It looks like everyone else made it because Deckard re-rolled.
Had to reroll twice, but yes.
Yep. Okay, so Morgana's the only one who slips while climbing, but that's fine. You all you all clamber up into the side and enter into the spire. The second you go in here, you get the immense feeling that everything is strange and wrong, and even the GM's voice is slightly remote.
She walks away.
It sounds like God is leaving us.
Here we go. Page 100. So, this area basically, as you get inside, everywhere, the first thing you all notice as soon as you get inside is that the whole area appears to be just made of, the whole structure seems to be made of skulls, and the whole thing seems ready to collapse. Yet next time you sort of blink and look again, everything just seems to be rough rock and everything. Also, you can't help but can't help but notice it's almost as if someone just is constantly whispering unpleasant descriptions of the way you're going to die in your ears.
Do we
They
have
all
a
seem
map for this?
Oh, not yet, no. Basically,
Great descriptions.
well, that's so the menu basically. Ooh, okay. But the skinnies and the minions burrowed into the spar like maggots into a corpse. I can see that's why it's. I can see why it's got why this is a deadland. Fear level 6. Indecipherable petroglyphs scarring the face provide undeniable evidence that there is more to the spire than meets the eye. There we go. I do have a map. I have a map.
Fear level 6. I thought it capped out at 5. Crying out loud.
6 means it's this 6 is a deadland, as in, you know, the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. Movemently, yeah. So the indecipherable petroglyphs scarring its face provide undeniable evidence there's more to the spire than meets the eye. Up close, the holes carved into the spire feel more like eyes and mouths of some obscene gibbering hell spawn than windows or balconies. Movement constantly flits at the corner of your vision. Strange noises echo through the black corridors.
Does Linda recognize any of the glyphs?
No.
Any chance? Can she roll a call?
Only that as these. Well, you're in one of the black cities, so it's what's always been seen in cities, and that's what you've been trying to analyze for years. From what you now know, of course, the reason no one can analyze it and why it seems to bear no relation to any language on Banshee is because, from what what you've now discovered, is of course because the black cities were not built by natural inhabitants of Banshee. They were built by aliens from the destroyed planet that forms the belt. Can
Linda recognize anything from her occult?
Oh, you recognise everything because you made as an archaeologist, you spent plenty of time analysing the black cities, so you don't need to do that. You just know it's just like every time you come to one of these places, it's not pleasant.
Is there anything I can read from the glyphs or anything? Anything I can read about the situation that isn't necessarily obvious?
Absolutely nothing you can read. And to be brutally honest, you really want to be happy that you can't read what's written on the walls.
Okay.
Think of it like you're playing Call of Cthulhu, and fortunately you can't read the books.
Okay, I'll take that as a benefit.
This though you've never actually been in the spire before, because no one's ever found a way into the spire, so this is worse than any of the others you've ever been in, you see. While the other black cities that you have visited in the past and the architecture resembled a bit like what you saw on the asteroids and elsewhere, here, however, it feels more like a violation of nature than an artificial construction. Passages wide haphazardly through the spire, often leading to dead ends or across narrow balconies perched precipitously above drops of hundreds of feet. Floors slope up and down almost imperceptibly and sometimes ascending or descending one or more levels before the spacers are aware of it. So it's all, as you get the impression, it's all very unpleasant. I do have a map, though, that we can use just to get you an idea. It's got nothing to do with an official map, but that doesn't stop me using it. So I need to basically. Also, there is absolutely no light at all in here, and yeah. And as I say, I didn't actually have time to do the lines of sight, so. Deckard. Imini.
Yes, sir. Oh, you're dropping on the map.
Yeah, sorry. I apologise. There we go.
You don't like using the thing from the party sheet?
Well, I did that, and then everyone complained that Linda complained she was at the front.
Fair enough.
So there you are.
We could update the party sheet.
Zoom to fit.
I think I was at the front for a very specific reason at that point.
Yeah, that's fine. So there you go. That gives you an idea of what you can see when you're in here, i.e., whatever your torchlights let you see, and that's it. But to give you an idea of oppressive restrictions.
Okay. Party sheet is fixed.
Yeah, it's good that you can move your character in it.
I was going to say, can't Linda fix it herself? But I was.
She most certainly can. I haven't got used to using that yet. Hopefully, you can see the map. This is the set of stairs you're climbing up at the moment. I really need to have a different coloured pointer on this map, don't I?
We don't have any light, but the map showed up. I mean, there is a map, just no light.
You should be able to see each other's light, though.
Yeah, if
Yes.
you click on yourself, you can see what's within the range of a torch.
Yeah. That's quite deliberate, because I haven't done the line of sight, so I've deliberately limited it to illumination that you're carrying. I should be nice and give you all torch effects, because I'm assuming each of you should have illuminations. So let me see. Himini doesn't. Himini's okay. Doc's got okay. Hang on, no.
So, now that we're in the spire, do we get inspiration?
Oh.
Well, in this game, it's called conviction, but
We should all get bennies for that. That was so good.
Oh, definitely, yes. Oh, no, we did.
Oh, we did. Thank you.
Yeah, that was definitely sharp.
Oh.
There we go.
Subtle, huh?
It's almost like our party IQ is spiked.
Yeah, I need to give him a Pharaoh a sec, just to freak him out. Okay, okay. I need everyone to make a notice check, please.
I don't know.
The black dice work well in here, don't they?
yeah, they work a whole lot better. I wasn't using magic trails dice, and until I switched off to something with a magic trail, it was just rolling crap. Because those are the ones I paid for.
Okay. Okay. So basically, as you're coming up as you're coming up the stairs there, it's suddenly up ahead. You see some. Basically, there's some movement up ahead, as if it's something vast and massive, and seems to me mostly composed of teeth. Can I please have spirit checks, please?
Mostly composed
Or
of
fear checks or spirit checks.
Fear
things
checks.
you
Oh, it's only mostly composed of teeth, huh?
That's interesting. You see, fear check it isn't affecting the fear rolls, whereas if you're doing spirit, it works properly.
I get for rolling strength. Let me roll.
So was I supposed to roll spirit? I don't know how to roll fear as opposed to spirit.
Yes, no, spirit's fine. I'm trying to work out. Although making people roll fear checks might be more interesting to do it properly, but even
that's a table, isn't it?
Why do some of us have -6?
That's because all of you are meant to have -6, but for some reason, Hibity rolling a fear check doesn't get a -6 when everyone else rolled what I asked you to do, is make spirit checks. So that's absolutely fine. I'm just trying to work out. I was glitched, but it's good.
Doc rolled strength, so he needs to re-roll.
I did.
Okay.
And I rolled an 11.
The point I'm trying to make is you're all meant to fail the fear check because it's at -6. But I think the doc made it with an 11.5. Okay. Basically, before you overcome with abject terror, whatever it was suddenly disappears, and all you hear is like, in the back of your mind, you're not even really sure you hear it. It's almost like laughter, and everything goes back to normal, as if it wasn't there.
Is that an effect? Is it Deadlands?
I just tried it as a global effect, so it might have to be fear -6 rather than spirit -6, mightn't it?
Yeah, I think maybe that's what it is. Yeah, because then if you're doing spirit roll for something else,
Yeah, I'll try. Yeah, but then no one knows how to do bloody fear rolls, so
it's not hard.
Yeah, how do you do a
Backslash
fear roll?
Fear.
right.
Type in
That's
roll part.
Try now. So it's just type /roll fear, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. If you just type, you can make it a shortcut. I'm curious. Does that mean? I'm curious if you get -6s on your fear rolls. Yeah, that.
Okay, let's do that. Linda
Yeah.
just rolled her fear check properly.
Okay, no, because Deadlands, obviously you do have modifiers, so I'm just working out for future reference. So for anyone who's actually running Deadlands, all you need to do in future to set up the fear levels is create 6 global effects with fear -1 through fear -5, and then you can turn it on. As long as you tell the party to make fear checks, it works and it won't affect spirit checks. Brilliant. That was really what I was testing there as well. Okay, you can move onwards.
Roll evasion, fatigue, fear, natural healing, bleeding out, knockout.
That scale's wrong. I thought you were moving.
How did you get that help sheet?
Just type in the /wibble or anything that's not a real word, and it shows you what the options are.
Okay, any error. Okay.
Okay.
So does my proper fear check count for Linda?
Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely fine. It wasn't really there. It was a bit of both. One, I wanted you to make fear checks, and two, I wanted you to know that when you actually have to make a fear check at any point in future, you're going to re-roll to get -6 because I'm.
I get free rerolls on all my fear checks.
There you go. I'm just going to do that because I've just scaled up the map a bit. I'm also going to turn off lock mapping because it doesn't really matter. Obviously, but you can walk through the walls, but you're not supposed to. It's a really cool map, this one. I like it. I figured it'd be really eerie if I put it in total darkness. Yeah.
Something H.R. Giger would.
Okay, don't leave without me. Hey, Deckard, you may want to join us. There you go.
So are we going in or are we going to stay on the outer edge here?
Let's go
I'm
around.
stuck. I can't move. I'm waiting for approval.
1, 2.
You're
Right next to me on the map.
I approve.
You're right
Will
there.
someone move me?
Yeah, I've unlocked Tokus to let you move. Right.
I approve of Himini moving. Oops.
I'm going to. I just need to set up an encounter, so just need to.
Running all over the place, grabbing your token and sweeping it across the map.
Just make sure you're like 6 feet behind me before I start. Everyone just stand back. No, Lois, back a bit.
Otherwise, you might get swept.
Again, the eerie quietness of the place is only spoilt by the fact that every so often a voice just whispers in your ear, "You're all going to die."
Yeah, everyone's going to die. That's one thing we all know.
Well, yeah.
Linda
We
tries.
know that.
Linda
You
tries
don't
to use
tell
her.
us, tell us
her
how you
rational
don't know,
thinking.
you big voice of.
Linda tries to use
disembodiment.
her rational thinking to figure out where the hell that whispering comes from. She's touching the wall, looking for glowing runes, etc., etc.
Oh, I found a hole in the floor.
Oh no!
Deckard just died.
Deckard probably did that. For the record, there is a door just down here. You can't see it because of the way I've drawn the map, but there's a door right here. You can see that it's a door. I mean, it's almost transparent. It's like an invisible. You can see through it, but you can't get through it. Actually, it's meant to be locked. So for fuck's sake. I forgot to lock it. There we go.
Deckard is locked
Hey!
because he went through it before it locked.
Oh, actually, I quite like that idea. Yeah, I like that idea. Even better. Deckard goes through and something solid closes up, invisible, appears
I'm gonna
behind.
bang on the
Deckard,
door
that
and
was,
mouth
that
it
was
like
the player, not
I can't hear
Linda.
you.
Linda didn't do that to you, just the player.
There seems to be some sort of strange machinery in this room, Deckard. And there seems to be in fact, as having entered the room, let's have some fun. As soon as you enter the room, and that door shuts, then everything seems to. The machinery starts growing with a sickly greenish blue light. There we go. There we go. That looks quite evil, doesn't it? Well, it does on my screen anyway. As you
Okay, he's
Good
dead.
metallic looking green. Yeah.
let's see what we can. Let's add some more. Let's have some more fun, shall we?
Okay, so what does my haywire do to that machine?
Oh, you just did. Okay, that could get interesting. Okay, yeah, fine. You using haywire on the machine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it seems to spit out a lot of visceral bones and blood and bodies, and literally just come pouring out of it as if something's been fed into it into the past.
Oh, brilliant.
But basically, but there's a slight pressure change in the air as well.
So it's broken now, right? Because I got a raise on it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Everyone
Seems to have spilled out.
Everyone make an
Nice.
athletics check.
Even Deckard, who's to the side of the machine.
Oh yeah. It's well, yeah. Okay. Roger's critically fails. Linda's okay.
But did they open the doors again just for it to dump on us?
Okay, but no, basically, because Deckard basically used haywire onto the machine sort of literally fizzle. The light doesn't go away, but there's a loud rumble. The center of the machine ruptures, outpours huge amounts of bones and gore, and then the whole floor literally vibrates as if the whole structure is about to collapse, causing Roger, unfortunately, to fall backwards and onto the wall behind him here. Unfortunately, that part of the wall seems to be made primarily of really sharp protrusions, causing minor cuts and bruises to Roger's body. But other than that, after a few seconds of shaking and vibration, everything seems to go quiet again.
And the door seems to be open now.
It does appear to be.
Deckard, you okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
Glad one
6
of us
feet
is.
back from him and
Ow.
Take some time and try and figure out what this machine might have been doing. Kinda
Oh,
make
that's a
it
good idea. Linda's
an occult roll.
going to do that
Like
Be
he
too.
my
was
guest.
grinding up bones.
By all means,
Linda
you
wants to examine the machine as well. Is that research or is that a cult or?
That would be repair. Or a cult, sorry, a
Oh,
cult.
fix it? No, I don't want to fix it.
Repair or a cult, I'll allow.
Okay. Seem to have figured something out. Gotten some sense.
Okay, so it does appear from a mechanical perspective, it does appear to be some sort of machine for grinding up meat and bodies. But from an occult perspective, it appears to it appears like it was using the life force of the ground up bodies to power something.
Okay. So it's kind of like Soylent Green in reverse.
I reach in my med.
Instead of creating food, it eats bodies.
I reach in my med pack and I take some anti-nausea medication, and then I turn my back on. I go up the steps.
Okie dokie. You basically the stairwell. Obviously, when you start getting towards that stairwell, it starts going up. It starts rising, as you can see, and it goes. There seems to be numerous. There seems to be quite a few doors coming off it, but they all appear to be. You don't see any way to access them from this side, and unfortunately, but eventually, as you go further and further up the building, you do come across a door that appears, well, a floor that does appear to allow you access to it. Just sorting it out.
Warning, Doc and Morgana are within 6 feet of Himini.
Okay, so what I need to do is I need to enable player vision, but only after I've added the party to the sheet. So, oops, no, I'm going to do that again after I resize the map. Wrong scale, and then I'll add the party to the sheet. Put it into game mode and move people so they're in the right spots. And I can unlock tokens, enable vision, and okay, that's too much. I just need to, sorry, I just make one more change and then we're okay. Yeah, that'll do. Actually, I probably don't want to turn that light on until you're closer. It's amazing how you can't do things. How you can't do things with how much harder it is to do spookiness when you didn't actually remember to put out the line of sight before you shared the map with the players. There we go. So you reckon you're nearer the top of the tower now? Sorry, it'll be that way. Oh, sorry. Let me unlock token movement. There you go. Get to my pink line. There's a door that is closed.
Emily, are you running point or are you dragging him back?
Part of us teasing him. He's just going to sweep the leg.
I reckon he's gone for coffee. This was just moving. There we go.
I can't even see myself on the map. Where am I on the map?
There's a place you want to go.
You know when you're in trouble when Himini sidles up right next to you.
I should get rid of the pointer. Okay, there seems to be a very large construction here. Apart from a green light filling the room, it appears to be inactive. The doors are slightly ajar, allowing you, if you wish to prise them open, you could do so, or you can just walk away. It's entirely up to you.
Well, we're finding lots of creepy crap, but we still haven't found war.
Aren't we trying to find War's controller or whatever first? Don't we have to destroy defeat the controller? We don't really want to find War yet.
Well, we need War and the controller both within range of the box.
I thought we needed to defeat the controller to access the gem to then defeat War. I thought that's how it went. So that means we need the controller.
Right.
Hey, there's something in the room with us.
Oh, I must have got have I got a setting on I didn't know I had on? Damn it. You ain't supposed to be able to see that because it's meant to be invisible.
You've got
So
Never mind, there's nothing in the
you've got
room.
the extension.
Nothing
that
in the room at all.
You can see him.
that's absolutely fine because I want everyone to make notice checks, please, because this thing with its chameleonic capabilities is nigh on invisible. So therefore, if you fail to spot it, you will be surprised in the first round of combat. If you do succeed, which Morgana and Roger, hang on. Well, I'll let you make your notice checks, and once you're happy, I'm going to make a stealth roll, and that will decide whether you detect it or not. So this is going to be an opposed roll. So at the moment, after I've seen Morgana, Roger, and Himini make notice checks, I just need notice checks from the rest of the other three.
I'm hanging, so it's I've clicked.
Linda already noticed it.
Point taken. Deckard is hanging, is he?
Yeah.
I'll roll on your behalf. Oh, there you go. You got a 4. You didn't get a +4. That was because that's me ready for the notice check roll. Okay.
Yeah, but I matched his smart, so I get him. Right?
I don't know why you had him. You must have had him targeted. Is everyone?
I did have him targeted.
Is everyone happy with what those notice rolls? Bearing in mind, this is an opposed roll, and if I beat you, you will all be surprised. Anyone? What I'm trying to say is, if your notice roll isn't good enough, you will be surprised. Is what I'm trying to say. Bit of metagame.
I'm as good as I'm getting.
Okie dokie. Everyone except no, Roger would have done it, but he was fatigued. So everyone's surprised on the first round, so it just gets to attack willy-nilly. So
But he nearly left the game.
It's just going to pounce, straightforward enough, and it's going to pounce on Morgana, I'm afraid, because unfortunately, so pounce gives it +2 on its attack roll. No, I don't. Pounce doesn't get touched. So pounce gives it +2 when it wilds attacks. So it's going to pounce on Morgana, doing a wild attack. Missing. That's interesting.
Whoa, that's pretty impressive, Morgana. Good job.
Can't have that.
Nice dodging. Oh,
I'm just going to let that stand, right?
I will basically, obviously Morgana's wearing her lucky pack because something that you can barely see, it's not invisible, but it seems to be blending in perfectly in the to the background of the area. Literally it's not like Predator's sort of invisibility stuff. It literally is chameleonic, but it seems to be able to chameleon anything. So you can, same idea. It's definitely there, but it's literally pounced on top of Morgana. And although it knocks Morgana prone underneath it, but that's all that happens to her. She suffers no damage, as obviously it's obviously just basically caught on her pack.
Chewed on her backpack instead of her.
Exactly.
Support characters.
Morgana gets to go first.
And this thing is on me, literally.
It knocks you to the ground, and I'm going to say, for argument's sake, for the fact it got a good roll and then crap damage, what happened is it pounced on your back, knocked you to the ground, and ripped off like a tool bag or something, and it's currently just tearing into that, giving you a chance to move freely and escape, as it were.
Morgana.
No, I'm laying on the floor, and I'm just going to draw my machete and swing at it.
Go for it.
Does Morgana get a bonus because it knocked down her tools?
It doesn't. No, that's not. I mean, it's vulnerable. She gets a bonus because it's vulnerable, but unfortunately,
No. But I can get to my feet now, right?
You can get to your feet and you can move. You can get to your feet and move 4 inches, or you can obviously get to your feet and run. But obviously, standing up from prone is 2 inches of movement.
No, yeah, I'm gonna duck in this little alley thing.
Okay, no problem at all. I need to.
There's something there, guys.
It's okay. That brings us to Doc.
Right. Well, what is it? Can I even see it?
It's a near invisible predator. So the answer is I don't think you can really see it. It's the size of a large pony, and you can see heavy clawed feet and impressive fangs. It's possibly what you saw downstairs before, but now it's obviously pounced.
It's war.
It needs some glow.
If it's Worf, we just go through a door. Worf can't handle doors. I'll shoot it.
Okay.
Let's wake him, Centurion.
That's fine. I just saw your message about hanging. Test. That's a hit with a raise. That's a wound upon it. Ooh, we don't want it wounded, do we? Well, actually, yeah, we might do after this one. But no, you're just for the sheer terror factors. Your weapon appears to have no effect upon it. Doesn't mean it doesn't have an effect. It's just me saying that's me just explaining soaking. You know what I mean?
Right. And how long does it take to reload?
Well, you're firing a shotgun.
Yeah.
Reloading a shotgun is probably. These don't have fast reloaders, do they?
Shotgun? No, doubt it. You could put a clip on a pump action shotgun.
Reloading. Okay. Reloading a crossbow bolt, clip, magazine, speed loader, or single bullet so it's ready to fire is an action. So basically, yeah, on a pump action, putting a shell in and pumping it is an action.
So it doesn't have a clip because it holds 8.
Yeah. So the point being is, it will take once you run out of shells, you'll have to load a shell as an action and then fire it, or technically take 8 actions to fully reload it. Is how it would technically work. Anyway.
Yeah, basically you can take a turn and load 3 rounds into it.
Yes. Yeah. You can spend a whole turn doing 3 actions.
Just like in the movies
where
they sit there spending hours putting shells in the shotgun, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like, oh, he's ready to go now.
I do remember a scene in I don't remember much about the film at all anymore. Couldn't tell you anything about it. All I remember, it was called "I'm Going to Get You Suckers," and I do remember there's a scene where the bad guys, there's a huge gunfight going on, and the good guys are using revolvers, and the bad guys are using fully automatic weapons and all that. And the bad guys are having to reload, and the good guys aren't. And one of the bad guys calls out the fact the good guys aren't reloading, and they're going, "It's not even fair. Why aren't you reloading?" And one of them goes, "Hey, we're the good guys." But it doesn't work like this in the game, so you have to.
Well, maybe it should work. We're the good guys. You should get us free. You should let us have unlimited ammo.
Anyway, what's Roger up
We're
to?
the good guys. Who's going to spend a penny to make us the good guys?
I presume Roger can see this thing more or less.
It's there. You can see it's there. Yes, there's no penalties to attack it. It just basically, if it tries to hide.
It hides really, really well. Okay, got it.
Actually,
okay, Eris, here, have some lunch.
Yeah, go for it. It is meant to be -2 to hit, but doesn't
attacked Morgana. We should all lay into it now.
The system is not letting me drag and drop dice anymore.
User error.
Right, there we go. But that's another wound. I will soak that wound.
No, you
I've failed
won't.
to soak. Eris appears to be able to hurt it. Imley's going to be unfortunate because I've just noticed something about the monster, so I've updated its stats.
No. Yeah, okay. As long as you realise my weapons are magical. Good, right.
Oh, it's got nothing to do with that. The ability to hurt it is down to whether I successfully soaked it or not. That's a hit. That's a wound. I will attempt to soak that one.
GM's got too many bennies.
That wound.
Yeehaw.
I'm deliberately using the bennies on this fight. You should be worried that I don't want to have bennies for the next fight. Deckard, you're up.
Okay, did we figure out if this thing is a construct or not?
No, it's an animal. Well, you don't know that, but I can tell you now it's an animal. Oh, I like that dice effect. Critical fail with a bolt. Oh dear.
The fuck?
Okay. What is the backlash for a breaker? I seem to recall it's not pleasant. 71.
Oh, we're not playing with black backlash rules.
Oh, yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, yeah, you get to roll on the instability table.
Backlash.
It's Deadlands. There's always backlash. There's always penalties for there's always backlashes on that.
Do I have to pull the table, or are you going to push it for me?
There you go, Deckard. Let's see what instability you get.
Yeah, it's Deadlands. There's always penalties for breathing.
Exactly. Okay, you gain the quirk hindrance.
Oh, I got another one. You're right. That's the second time I got that. I'm supposed to hum a song.
Oh yeah, you've got a habitude to activate powers.
Well, he probably critically failed. I didn't hear you humming.
I think in that case we're going to. No, I can give you another quirk. I don't mind. Hindrances.
Do you need me to re-roll since I already have that quirk?
I was thinking I might just add one on and give you a phobia instead.
Got a phobia of animals that are invisible.
Nah, I think a quirk's more fun. Oh, he's re-rolling. Oh, phobia. Anything related to Hellstrom Industries. Okay, that's fine. I can live with that one.
Good thing this.
Did you add glow to your attack?
Getting killed.
GM says he can live with it. What about Deckard? Deckard's the one that.
Deckard, did you add glow to your attack?
I
Doesn't
did
matter.
not.
He critically failed.
Oh, didn't matter. Okay.
Okay, so
So I have to say my limerick. So I'm going to try and get this stream banned. There once was a man from Nantucket.
you don't have to say limerick. You have to hum a happy tune
With a grin.
with a grin. Yeah.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
No.
Got his foot caught in a bucket.
Yeah.
At which point he said, "Oh, what? Oh, botheration," and left it at that. It right, Linda, you're up.
Linda's gonna target dude. Sorry, I have to get back to the computer. Didn't realize it's almost my turn.
Bikergeists. That's a cool name.
Ow. Jeez. Okay. So Linda's gonna target dude. And let's see, so select target dude.
Yeah, they haven't actually ever delivered. I tried to hint at it before, but no one sort of picked up on it. The fact that in an anti-technology zone, everyone's nanites still worked, and they said they were supposedly in one of the plot points going to explore more about where breakers get their powers from, but they haven't yet. So
Maybe that's the new.
So
maybe
Linda's going to cast. Linda's going to cast Confusion plus Glow on dude. So here we go. Not the best roll in the world, but hopefully that'll do.
Confusion makes the target vulnerable if he fails a smart roll. Okay.
And I have to do PowerPoints somewhere.
I'm afraid to say he is not confused, I'm afraid to say.
Okay, why did my points should be at 20? Now they should be at 18.
Yeah.
They were at 9. I don't
You
know why.
probably-
I checked them before. They were at 20. Oh well, I think that's what.
That you control your PowerPoints.
I don't know what happened there. That was weird.
It's the spookiness of the Deadlands. Woo! Okay, I am going to basically rip a new one into Himini, I think.
Deserving.
Let's try that again, shall we?
No.
Please don't, and stop calling him any shit.
Okay, Himini parries every attack with cold, calm, collective perfection. And the dock is up on the King of Spades.
The King of Spades. I'll just pull out my flechette gun.
Okie dokie.
Oh God, don't crit fail here.
That's a hit. Roll that damage.
Man.
You got 5 pennies.
Yeah, but that's pretty good.
That's what I thought. I did. Sorry, I know. I think
Result.
like that.
For it not to have a. I think I might need to switch back to my shotgun.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
I'm done.
Let you end your turns because Himini gets upset when I do it for him.
Well, just don't do it for him. That's easy for the GM to keep up with, right?
Himini is using ice dice, it would appear, to cause a wound. I have one penny left. I'm going to use it.
See, these dice go ding, 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 whereas the original dice went ding, 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 ding.
Okie
I hate Queen, but like to think that was a Vanilla Ice song hurts.
It won a Grammy too.
Ugh.
Okay.
It's not a Vanilla Ice song. It's a Queen song.
There you go.
It is dead. It is dead.
All right. I'm reloading my shotgun. Putting away my flechette gun.
Okay.
Strange room.
It is indeed. However, from here you can see the stairs are down there.
Ah, the stairs over here.
Hey. The machinery
You can
does
load
not
your
seem to
gun
be.
while you're walking.
The machinery does not appear to be functional, and there is.
Anyone wounded? Do we want to just like do a bit of first aid on someone? No, anyone? We're still within the first hour, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a wound, it's fatigue.
Oh, it's fatigue.
It's all these scrapes and cuts on my back and on her hands and face.
So you need an hour's rest, unfortunately. Oh God.
Yeah, there's no spell to get rid of it, I don't think.
I'm going to wait for everyone to catch up.
Are there? I'm loading my shotgun.
5, 6.
You can load while you walk.
Are there any drugs that I could use on them to help them ignore the fatigue?
Depends. Did you bring any?
Well, no, but are there any that I could use?
Honest answer, probably. I can't recall off the top of my head.
Okay. Because I might pack that next time.
What about off the side of your head?
Assuming there is a next time.
Okay. So this is going to take me a bit of reminding myself. Okay, that's what I figured. So I need to put.
So while he's figuring that out, is anybody going to wreck this machine too, so that it can't just be turned back on?
Well, we
I
might
can
have
assist.
him and he had been running up ahead.
Can I assist? I don't know if I can assist and help.
With a raise.
I'm going to assume Morgana actually had the Hellstrom Industry device because we forgot to decide who had it. Morgana, being a technical person, would be the sensible person to have it, wouldn't it?
True.
She could always.
And before I did that, I sang a little ditty. Do your something hang low? Do they wobble to and fro?
Dear. Right.
So whatever that machine was, I just raised a haywire on it.
No problem at all. In that case, I'll close the map. Let me go back to where it is.
And I got out of the way before it barfed stuff all up on me and Linda, who's still there apparently.
Yeah.
No,
that's okay. That's
she's
okay.
getting out of the way too.
No one's within the area of effect, so you're all fine. Okie dokie. Here we go. I'll set this one up.
So there's a drug called adrenal.
Yep.
That fixes you up.
Oh, well, if you spend a penny, then maybe you have some.
No, I won't unless.
Oh, we can get by with a little bit fatigued.
I'll be better prepared for next time.
You finally, as you climb up this set of stairs, you enter, you finally reach a large inner chamber that appears to have once served as a throne room for the alien despot that ruled the surrounding land. Inside the cavernous hall, you see quite a few Anouks, Azil clan Anouks. Appears to be some prowlers as well, and War is standing in the middle of the room, facing with his back to you at the entry point. Oh, hang on. What does it say? Okay, let's get rid of that one then. It's okay. Mind? He isn't present yet.
Do we have vision yet?
I'm giving you the scene. I'm giving you the idea of the scene before I reveal it in all its tempestuous glory.
Linda's taking a few smartphone photos.
Okay. So War is standing. Rack/War is standing in the middle of the warriors, facing the dais at the far side. A single skinny appears to be standing defiantly in front of the ancient throne, greenish lightning crackling along his hands and arms. Around him are the bodies of dead Anouks, prowlers, and other unidentifiable creatures. Shattered statues ring the room, once anchors for all sorts of, well, you don't know what, actually. But anyway, Odie, now, this skinny appears to be opposing the War and his foes. As you enter, one of the prowlers charges the skinny, who unleashes energy from his hands. The prowler is momentarily held rigid by the lightning before falling dead at the foot of the dais. The rest of the retinue tense as it readies to attack en masse. At this point, the skinny, standing up of the dais, appears to have noticed you as you entered. He nods almost imperceptibly in your direction. But does it so, in such a way that no one else in the room but yourselves notice that he did it, i.e., all the foes arrayed in front of you. So you've got their back to you as I share a map. And lighting shouldn't be on, so you should be okay.
Okay. Initiative. What's
So
the hell?
Is Karg in yellow? Is the Karg in yellow?
Yes. Yes, he's the skinny. War is
Can
actually
Linda-
War. That's War.
Can-
He's got a W on him because he's rock, obviously.
He's got a W on him. I don't see a W.
An R.
Where
got
can
an
I
R.
activate the
R,
device
R,
to be
okay,
most
got it.
effective?
Silent W.
I
An
saw
invisible
this
silent
advert,
W.
I saw this advert yesterday for a book. It's called T is for Pterodactyl, the most useless alphabet book ever.
Oh yes, I so want to get that one.
That sounds so cool. Right, here we go. Let's see what happens.
And can we attack? Oh, I guess now we can.
Roger, you are up. Okay, so basically you just
Soften
need to
them up,
deploy.
Roger.
Obviously, based on the plan, you need to deploy the spirit trap within the range of war / well, in range of R. Basically, I do believe it's a large burst template when you set it off.
So I need to get in closer.
Yeah, but the problem is, don't forget, is you've got to set it off. The device, once activated, is not movable. Once you trigger it, you've got to keep war within the area of effect.
And I'm the one carrying it, or did you give it to somebody?
Why don't we do
I
that
gave it
once
to
we
you for
have
now.
War Entangled?
Okay, because I'm not seeing it in my inventory. So.
No, it's
And how long does
not
it
in the
have
inventory.
to last?
Okay, then I need to get in close enough to roar to get it.
Well, obviously you've got 3 This is Marta giving you instructions over the thingy. She says it's got enough battery to last 1 minute, i.e., 10 combat rounds. So basically, you've got to activate it and kill Rog before the battery runs out.
And we got to keep right. So the smart thing to do would for me to be get close enough and then stay close enough so he can't get out of the area of effect. So it's not set it down because he'd have a chance to move away. I need to keep him in the area of effect, right?
Here we are. Okay. Also, someone, I don't know who's still got, one of you will also have the soul amulet. It's up to you. I'll let you guys decide who that is.
Well, with the directions I'm getting, I'm wait till my turn, but I'm going to get in close enough and then activate it. And then it's going to be, you guys are going to have to keep me alive because I'm going to have to sit close on Rock. Because I got to keep him in the area of effect.
So basically, you've got to incapacitate Rack while he's within the spirit trap's area of effect, or bring the spirit trap within range once you succeed in bringing him down, and before he he basically raises back up from the dead because of the amulet. So you don't actually have to act. That's your choices.
Well, Morgana, I'm going to tell you guys right now, Morgana's going to do something stupidly heroic. When it's her turn, she's going to run forward and activate the trap and then stick on those guys, trusting y'all to keep her alive while you take him out because he'll be in the area.
That Prowler at Morgana.
Okay, so this Prowler is going to advance. Ace of 10. It's going to get move up towards Karg. Doc, you're up. And you all got bennies because someone who most certainly wasn't calling himself. I can't read it on here because it's purple on blue.
I didn't say I didn't know, and a load of your viewers said it, but you didn't notice, and then the chat reset itself, and definitely that's what happened. And you missed it, so I was just letting you know that people said it a couple of times.
You're so shameless. I had to award you the bennies anyway.
But I can't believe they haven't said it. How many times you hint you got to say the bennies have flowed to your viewers before they actually start typing in chat?
Well, players, you need to hint it. It's not my job.
Do you have to pay cash? Do we need to pay you cash?
All you need to do is make sure you buy. I need to give you all the affiliate link later, so when you buy your dice, buy it through my link, so I get 25 cents for every set of dice you buy. Enough people buy a set of dice, I could use that to buy a module to convert to fancy grounds. Anyway, The dock is running. The dock is moving up.
You just put the affiliate link in your Twitch chat. Yeah.
I should point. Well, it should be on the list. Oh, did he say that? He did. Yeah, Riega did say it earlier. I did give you Betty's earlier when he said it. Actually, do you know what? I can't see him. Oh, yes. The head of state, because Betty's must fly. He did say it earlier, therefore, and I missed it. So there you go.
See?
War has noticed you, and he basically he does turn and seem to indicate to his forces that some should advance on Kay and the rest should advance on you as the dock moves forwards. You did say it earlier, Rigger, I just missed it. Ironically, I missed it because someone else started typing about the fact that I'd missed the fact someone had said it. If someone hadn't typed that, I wouldn't have missed it, which is rather ironic.
I really hate prowlers.
I really hate those guys. Okay, play at the beginning of combat, choose each one. Okay, yep, you hate the prowlers. Well, yeah, they are the things that punch in spacesuits all the time. Okay, Doc, you played the really hates this guy, and he's obviously going to now target one of them afterwards. Okay, you shoot a prowler with a raise. Roll that. Did you include the extra dice there, or do you need to roll it on top? Yes, you did. That's fine. My word. Okay, that's a dead prowler. Splat. Oh,
Okay. Nice job.
Okay. Well, what does Karg do?
Oh, Karg is on our side, as far as we know.
Yes. He nodded to us barely when we came in, so he knows we're there to help.
So what he did do earlier, I forgot to roll to see the effect earlier. So he got the raise. Okay. Which is fine. On his go, he is going to multi-action. And his first action, he's going to didn't get the raise. Going to just do that. And as a second action, going to do that. And I think I'll spend a Benny on that and try again. Like it. Okay, there we go. So basically, green lightning shoots forth from Karg's fingers again, and the other prowler bursts into flames.
Boom. Love it.
Okay.
I like this guy.
Doesn't need to go. He doesn't actually need to run in hindsight, so I'm retcon that. Come on, undo. There we go. Close enough. He swings his battle axe at the dock, missing. Linda, you're up.
Okay. Linda's going to run, but I'm not going to hit the button because I have a way to cancel the +2 penalty or the -2 penalty.
Okay,
so I'm just going to move.
It's just
4 or 5. I can't.
You need to roll a d6, or what you do actually. The way what you do is you cheat. You click the run button, then click it again to turn it off. That's how you do that. If you've got a penalty, you've got the ability to negate the penalty. So click the run button so it does the run, but then click it again to turn it off. So at least you know what you rolled for the run. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, got it. I think I did that right.
Yeah, you did.
And then she's going to do havoc in the midst of the dudes. So let's see. I want to add to that.
That's your maximum range. That's your maximum range of dropping the center of havoc as it stands.
Okay. So I'm going to do area of effect for large.
Okay.
And +2 for fatigue.
Okay.
And I think, that should be enough because I don't think I need anything else on it. Oh no, I'll do strong. So there we go.
Okay.
So that's a 6.
So basically, anywhere within the pink zone, you can place your area of effect template. The center of the center can go anywhere within the pink zone. Your large burst template.
Okay. Let me play with this for just a sec.
Of course.
See if there's the center.
First, I think the pink's a little too not me.
Oh, I want to make sure I'm not hitting any friendlies. You know what? Let's do it like this.
I'll go for orange instead. That orange is more the color I like rather than pink. Nothing wrong with pink for the record, but anyway. Okay, so from that perspective, you are targeting that one and that one and that one and that one and that one.
No,
I'm
moving it. Sorry.
Oh, go on. Fine, move it.
Is that good? Okay.
You can still move it.
It should be targeting this other one too, I think. The one over to that one, yeah. Okay.
If you want to move it, you can. I can always untarget who you want to affect.
No, I think that's correct. I mean, if I can do all those people cleanly, then I will. And powers, you want me to hit the roll?
Make the roll.
Oh, I got to subtract 6. Let me do that before I forget. There we go. Come on. Oh, I guess that's okay.
That's okay. That was fatiguing. Okay, so
that was the power thing.
Yep. So obviously they're all affected by
2, 3, fatiguing and strong.
Okay. Then they are hit by the fatiguing. So let me just fatigue them. Then they get to make their strength rolls. Strong means it's at -2. Technically means they're rolling at -4, which is really.
Now, just a sec. Anyone touches distracting with something? Is this the thing that blasts people into the wall?
It is indeed.
Yes. Yeah, so they have to move around. And they might get injured.
Well, that's only if they fail their strength rolls.
Make your 2d6 roll, please.
2d6. Yes. Oh, 5, 4, 7. I'm gonna Benny that. Sorry.
You can't Benny that again. You can't Benny it, but it didn't come up in the chat anyway, so you're okay.
In the chat window.
Okay, I have to move this map out of the way. Apparently. Try this again. Oh, that's even worse.
4 inches. You can't re-roll this.
That's just how far you knock them back, so it doesn't matter.
It does matter because if they don't hit any, then they don't get damaged.
Okay.
That's the only damage I have.
Yeah, but
they're also spread out now. They've got to come running in when they get knocked back.
Yeah, but also, it might not. Yeah, it might be. The thing about it is, it might be the only damaging spell you've got. But the point about it is, of course, is the fact that you automatically distract them all.
Okay, well, Linda backs up another pace because she can with her run because she ran.
You've actually got 3 inches of movement.
Even though that's not enough.
Unsurprisingly, Unsurprisingly, War's not affected. Getting a 21 on his roll.
How much movement do I have?
3 inches of movement left.
Oh, so I can get it. I can get away. Okay, so I'll do that.
Oh,
Let me start that over. Can I cancel that move?
That one? Yeah, of course you can.
There we go. There we go.
He goes
That's actually good then.
Takes 10 points of damage and is shaken.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that. I meant to carry on moving the stuff, but that's okay. Let's just do it this way. Number 9 gets to make a strength check and fails and goes smacking into there, taking damage of no effect. Number 7 gets to make a strength check. -2 on that is a 3. He fails. He goes flying that way. And number 10 gets to make a strength check. He fails, goes 4 inches that way, which means he hits that pillar. Takes 6 points of damage, which doesn't hurt him. Okay. And I do believe I moved the combat tracker onto this guy here, who's going to run. Hitting a 7. He runs to there. Next up is this guy who's going to run. Hitting a 9, which gets him to there. Morgana, you're up. You know my house rules. You can Benny it if you want to.
Get in there, Morgana. Get stuck in.
Okay, that took me up 14 from where I was. So how much closer can I get?
5.
Puts me in.
You activating the soul trap.
Okay, that's because it's got. I'm carrying it, so it's centered on me.
Yep.
And he has to stay in the range. So I'm yelling, the trap is activated. You guys save my life, please.
Okay, that's not. I'm not going to use that effect. Let's try something else.
Because that's about all I can do, right? I can't take another action if I run and activate the trap.
Well, you multi-action, of course.
No, I'm not going to. I'm going to trust the rest of the party to save my freaking life.
There we go. So the spirit trap is activated.
Rock is weak, guys. Get him now.
Okay,
Hope he
Debbie,
doesn't understand stellar.
This is probably going to cost Morgana her life, but it's going to save Banshee.
So now this war doesn't get any of his advantages on saves now.
No, you've got no. No. Basically, you've got to put Rack down. Oh, right. That's a good point. Morgana's activated the soul trap. I need to put it soul. I need to put it back on Morgana. Sorry, soul trap. It will last for 10 rounds. So you've got to put Rack. You've got to incapacitate Rack before the soul trap runs out of battery power.
I wouldn't activate it yet.
I already did. It's too late.
We got to lay
I
waste
did
to him.
mention that earlier.
You guys got 10 rounds from now.
I'm all for getting this done quickly, but he may not cooperate.
Morgana's in an extremely vulnerable position. She's risking her life to give you guys a chance to kill this thing.
Timing.
Do you have to stand there with it?
He has to stay in the area of effect. I'm carrying the trap so I can move with him. So he can't.
No. You have to put the trap down, and once it's activated,
okay.
it can't. So
And I
that's
put
true.
it-
Actually, it must be placed on the ground and turned on to be effective. Although it can be moved, but you cannot turn it off. So yes, you can. You put it down and activate it. You can pick it up and move around with him. Good point.
Yeah, because I can't risk him just managing to dodge out of the range of it.
Can't you just kick the spirit trap underneath him? And then when the doors open up,
That's not how it works.
Don't we have to take care of the controller first? What happened to the controller? Who's the controller?
You have to incapacitate R while the trap is active. That's just how it works.
Well, okay. As long as we know what we're doing.
Deckard, load them up with effects if you can. Okay.
As long as we know what we're doing. In that case, we are in serious trouble.
Remember to sing, Deckard.
It's
Remember to
like,
sing.
somebody knock Rock down so he don't kill me.
I'll come and get him. Just hold on a minute. Running off
Yeah,
like
but
a
he
loony.
goes next after Deckard. It's hinting to Deckard to target Rock.
Drop a Benny, Himiny.
I want to try and get these others first so that they can't attack you. We've got 10. Then we can focus fire.
Better kill him then.
I can't hear him humming. Can anyone else hear him humming?
Must have been singing a hubby tune for that to get the raise.
Yeah, obviously. I'm only joking. Roll that damage. Oh, yeah. Right, here we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Dun.
So I've got my lyrics there, but
Right, keep going. Keep rolling damage. Time's
Go on,
against you.
Larry, for me, I'll go to old music.
You have 40 minutes till the track deactivates and you all die. Regardless of how many combat rounds that is.
Those are nice dice, man.
Doing bad, are they?
Worth the money.
It's scary that the dice you pay for seem to roll better than the old dice. I know
No,
that
that's-
isn't.
Told you, marketing
In
ploy.
the Rollmaster game, I think they did that deliberately.
is that that's all of them, isn't it?
That's all the ones you targeted, yes.
That's
So
you
those are
can
the
end.
freebie dice, right?
You can
Matt.
end. No, those are the metal dice.
Yeah, I
Metal
use
die.
I use the metal dice. Okay, war's up. Okay, so okay, this could get interesting.
I made the mistake of paying for the trail one, and then I couldn't customize it. I wanted to add the trails to the metal.
Yes,
But
I agree.
didn't.
You can't, unfortunately.
It made a threatening move towards him. Rather than activating the trap.
A war draws 2 flintlock pistols and shoots them both at Morgana. One of them basically misfires, therefore it will jam up and he'll have to spend an action to unload it. However, the other one hits Morgana with a raise.
Jeez.
Causing a
that.
wound.
Spin that Benny.
It's fine.
Yeah, baby.
No problem. I will make a note that he's got to spend an action because one of his pistols one of his flintlocks misfired.
I thought
Himini,
I was so dead here.
what is the technique for soaking damage? Because last time I tried it didn't work. How do you actually do that?
Drop a
Benny to what?
Benny on the if you look on the combat tracker, there'll be like a little blood drop. Drop a
On the combat tracker, not in the dialogue or whatever.
No,
Yeah, on
and
the combat tracker.
I drop it right on the blood spot, and it does an automatic.
Thank you.
gotta be accurate.
Why don't they just do it on the log
It does funky
where
things.
everybody's watching? Huh. Okay.
Well,
Or both.
the easy way to do it is if you press the control key, a soak button appears on the combat tracker, and you just click on that. Himini just critically failed his sweep.
Or like I was showing you, you can. I'm trying to type it, but
Thanks, Himini. You're supposed to be here to save my life, not kill me.
No, it's not going to be him. It's not going. He's hit the dog.
Wait, what? Why was he doing a sweep? Why on earth would you do a sweep?
He wasn't doing a sweep, unfortunately, because it's obviously the nature of the area and the war, and it's an unpleasant place. So Himini critically fails and therefore has to roll a damage as he hits the dock by mistake. Doing
Oh, he hit. Yeah.
taking the
hit.
dock.
Live with that.
Okie dokie. Where's the dock? Tracker there. Okay, next up, I'm pressing the button because fibers against you all. Azil Roy on number 4 is going to come running in. Oh, hang on. Yes, he is. He's going to come over here and attack the dock. Swinging an axe because he saw another Anouk hit him, so he obviously thinks it's a good idea to hit the human with an axe. Because he gave him the idea. Missing. Actually, I am very confused. It basically says, I must have missed something about him, because it shows him having that, but then says the horse isn't there, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm going to not worry about the horse. I think he gets sucked in, but I'm not going to worry about that.
The
Right.
is going to bite you now.
Okay. He's going to move to there. This clan warrior is... Where's this clan warrior? I can't see him. He's not on the map, so he's obviously been killed. This clan warrior is going to move to there. This clan warrior is going to move in and attack Morgana.
Ooh, nice. Oh, that's the clan warriors.
Shaking Morgana. What happened there? I negated the attack by mistake. Morgana's shaken. Azil clan warrior number 9 comes round here and attacks Deckard.
Hey.
Azil clan warrior number 7 moves to there.
He missed though, right?
Did. And the bad guy's got the Joker. The one... That's to be a frenzied attack on Deckard with the Joker bonus.
Hey, we caught a Joker too.
You did indeed. Deckard is sliced with a Tannis battle axe, doing 3 wounds.
Fuck.
You want? I assume you're going to try and soak that.
2, 4, 6.
So that doesn't naturally apply it, huh?
Soak vigor. You soaked 1 wound. You are not happy, but are you going to leave it at 1 wound soaked and taking 2?
No.
Okay, soak again.
I'll stop there though.
Okie dokie. Right, you take 1 wound. Not bad. Okay. Brings us to Linda with the Joker.
Okay. Linda's going to step out. I think she's going to step out. Yeah, she'll step out to here. Or is it a letter? And then she's going to blast with Entangle.
Okay.
And she's going to do that on the center. Let's see how big medium is. Let's see, I can do something like that. Large can do that. Let me try large, see if that does enough to make a difference. Let's see, that would be like this. Oh, I can just do it like that. So there's another one over there. Yeah, so she'll just do this like that. So she's going to do, that's pretty expensive. I think it comes out to 9, including selective.
Okay.
So that's actually 10. Area of effect, +3, fatigue and strong and selective. So there you go. So that's what it comes out to. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus selective is 1. So that's 6, and then plus 4 for the bonuses. So 10. So that's what she's doing.
Make the
Comes
roll.
out to 2. Make the roll for entangle.
Indeed.
Oh, that's not bad. Look at that. Boom. See, I think I can.
Okay, so
That's a raise, isn't it? If it's got an effect, it'll have a
That's
raise.
a double raise.
Yeah, so they're all bound.
And then she is going to use the rest of her move to disappear over here. Can she move any further? Is that it? Let me cancel that move. Try again.
Well, I'll let you do your move. Roger, you're up. While you do your move, I'll let Roger go. There we
Okay,
go.
thank you.
Roger, you're up.
Okay, Roger's going to step up and take a shot at war.
Go for it.
Actually, he's bound and vulnerable, isn't he? So I'm actually
He's
going
bound.
to take 2 shots at war.
Go for it.
And I think I will use Eris for both of these.
It's a hit.
Oh, look at that. Nice.
Yeah, I figured he'd be tough.
No, it wouldn't, Deckard.
Hey, you're spying.
No, because the point
Oh, that was
is,
better.
the point of the card is it gives you the ability to cast any power, but you still have to make the power rolls and everything as normal and pay the PowerPoint cost.
Oh, he's tough, isn't he? He's shaking.
Yeah, he's real tough, but I did at least get a shake on him with all that.
And then
He's
next, all we got to do is shake him a
he's
second
shaken,
time.
he's bound, he's vulnerable, all kinds of stuff.
And we only get to play 1 card, right?
Unless it depends. You've got an icon that shows you how many cards you can play. Okay, so he's gonna have to spend an action to clear the jam in his pistol, which he can't do, of course, because he has to break free first, doesn't he?
Yes.
I've got to break free.
So he's going to try to use strength to break free as a multi-action and fail. So that's the end of his turn because he can't perform his second action. Oh, he can therefore perform his second action trying to break free.
Good job, Linda.
Way to go, Linda. Yeah.
He is entangled.
Boom. And it's just getting
And the new
worse.
rules
All
mean
that
he's
sticky
totally
stuff is
failed
like,
it, right?
Sorry?
I don't know. Wasn't there some hoo-ha about the new rules saying that,
there is if you're lone wolf and you can't read, you don't read punctuation properly. If you put a set of manacles on someone and you fail to escape them, you cannot try again. That is a device, not an effect. A power you can resist every turn. Manacles you can't. That's all the ruling states if you actually read it. Sorry. I keep having this argument with him because he won't. He keeps insisting you only get 1 chance to break free, and that's not what the rules state at all. It is. It does say a device, i.e., it means someone puts handcuffs and manacles on you, and you can't get free. Then you're stuck wearing them, which of course you would be, wouldn't you?
are they bound or entangled? Did he break out of being bound? Is that what happened?
He broke.
Yeah, but he's still entangled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doc, you're up. You're up. You have 28 minutes to defeat a war. I'm talking real time, not game time.
Okay, let's do this. I have a card to use at the end of defeating war.
Waiting on Doc, but he's gone quiet.
Can I shoot him?
Yeah.
Even though I got somebody up on me?
Yes, you most certainly can. I do believe it makes you vulnerable, though. The record.
Fine. Got a goal to
Go for it.
achieve.
Someone really needs to have smite, don't they? Oh, he's got conviction on. Sense. Yes, now's the time to use conviction if you have it, peoples. That's a hit with a raise. Does Jinx have smite?
Now's the time to use it if you got it. Oh my god.
Bennies must flow.
I heard that.
You need
Someone
bennies?
said it.
Wasn't me who said it. I never said that. That must be someone
If
in,
you
in
need-
Kevin's chat.
If
Well,
somebody
that sounds
desperately
exactly
needs
like you.
bennies, if somebody desperately needs bennies, let Linda know, or let me know actually, because
Linda, I need some bennies.
Is that Himony? That's Himony.
It is Himony. See, he couldn't recognise me either. See, it wasn't me. Yeah. Hey, thanks.
5
He's tough, isn't he?
D6.
He's tough, little beggar, isn't he?
3 rolls at 5d6, and I never got above 20.
Do you know what? It'd be quite fun if you failed the campaign. I don't mind.
I should just give you one at a time. I'll do that in the future. If you need more, I can give them to you when you need them.
Okay, Azil Clan Warrior is moving up to there. Going to attack Karg.
I hope Karg knows how to defend himself.
He's been doing fine.
He has been, but that's a lot of... Now he's getting attacked physically.
And they're getting a gang up bonus.
Karg is shaken. Morgana, you are... I think you're unshaking there. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm not shook anymore. Now, I've got the thing on a strap around my neck, so I can take an action, right?
Oh, why not? Go for it. I like it.
Well, because I'm hell-bent on taking down Karg while this thing is working, so I'm going to step one step. Well, I don't need to with my machete. I've got that kind of reach. Like Julsa, more conviction than common sense. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, I'll try one more time.
Harry's 11. Holy crap moly.
I've been yelling for you to get up here, Himony.
Oh, I've been trying to get up there. My initiative is crap, and then my Chicago had oil on it.
Nope. That's my turn. Because I'm not moving away from him because I...
Oh, I could just blast them, dude.
Karg is up. Okay. Well, actually, yeah, basically, Karg... It's an easy way to deal with this one.
He's got a damage field.
He's got a damage field, and also he literally just blasts. He drops a blast. I'm not going to worry too much about. Rolling the dice here. Do you know what I mean? Because the point is, he is meant to just cane everything. Okay. Azil Warrior number 7 decides to come this way, and then we'll get to there. Not going that way. That brings us to Deckard, who remains shaken unless he wants to spend a penny to unshake.
Spending a penny to unshake. Now, this guy is
The pennies flow because Jiminy's got either changing his name or he's getting his mates to come into my stream and say, let the pennies flow.
No. Everyone can hear. Let the bennies flow. All the viewers are supposed to say it and save the players.
Is Rock's spirit affected right now? His spirit rolls are affected?
No.
He's just no longer immortal.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm just hoping. All right. Well, here we go.
That's what lower traits are for and stuff like that. Okay, Arcane Spike.
I'm casting Slumber.
Okay, I personally would say you probably find better use in casting Smite on everyone. Personally. But you can slumber him if you want to. The only reason I say that is...
Is Himini close enough for me to cast Spite on him?
It's range of smarts, I think. Anybody within your range of smarts.
Yeah.
All right. So then yep.
I tell you, for the record, I'll show you why I don't think Slumber would... A Smite, which is an effect that basically is ongoing, as it were, and doesn't require... is possibly better than Slumber.
So what if he made it a heavy weapon when he smites?
Yes, I would definitely make it a heavy weapon with your Smite. Well, actually, yes. Technically, you can't win this fight without a Smite, so I'd already turned off the fact that the war's got a heavy armor because none of you can hurt him otherwise. But technically, we'll retcon it and assume that you use Smite and turned everyone's weapons heavy. So just make your power roll and do a Smite on the whole party is what I would say if I were you. Personally. Because that's a guaranteed extra 2 points of damage, plus 4 if you get the raise.
And with Himini, that can be like...
I'm sure you'll make it. Off you go. That's a successful casting, but I'm sure you can get the raise. Off you go. What are you doing?
He's trying to get a raise, isn't he?
He is. That's what I'm talking about. Right, there we
go. You got the raise.
Okay, Smite. Smite power, and then if
Now I do it, but I don't have the thing on my sheet.
That's okay. Don't worry. That's absolutely fine. Target friend.
He's got heavy armor, has he? So we can't even hurt him.
I changed that.
You should have just given us some heavy weapons along the way.
Well, I was just checking. They don't give you any heavy weapons. I was checking.
The only way is through the people with...
It's just if no one's got the Smite power, you're stuffed, technically. But anyway, Deckard basically sends out nanites to everyone, giving you all the Smite power. Okay, come on, Himini. We've got 20 minutes. Come on.
I'm going to move there.
Okie dokie.
I was just trying to get out of the way of that guy. I don't know if he's taking an op attack on me.
He probably would, but I'm not going to worry about it. To be honest, I want you to take it. Yeah.
Bigger fish.
Nice roll.
Well, 12 misses.
Oh, crappy roll. What the hell were you thinking?
He's Boar. He's very good at defending.
It's at 13. You need to hit.
That's a hit. You need to wild attack, dear boy.
Linda says you're welcome.
The fuck?
Did you spend a Benny? Yeah, you spent a Benny. That's why.
This is horrifying. This not your dice rolls. The stats they put on this guy. I mean, I know he's meant to be tough, but this is ridiculous.
Do you need more Bennies? What's going on over there, Emily?
I did bring in my.
Definitely need more bennies. Yeah, multi-attack and didn't do any harm either. So.
You want more Bennies then? Is that what's happening?
Technically, you've got to give it to him when he needs it, but I won't. Yeah, I'm not going to stop giving him it willy-nilly at this point. Okay, who's next? Oh, Himini's rolling. Go for it. I didn't realise he was going.
My turn. Well, I'm trying to spend bennies.
You see those float in the air and then just
go for it. Go on then. Right.
My last Benny.
Okay. Azil Warrior is basically. I'm going to. Azil Warrior explodes as lightning hits him in the back. I don't know where he is. Azil Warrior explodes as lightning hits him in the back. There it is. Azil Warrior explodes as Cog's just popping them off here. We don't need him for the fight. Do you know what I mean? Okay, Azil Clone Warrior number 9 explodes as Cog hits him in the back. Linda, you're up.
And we got a Benny from Linda.
Indeed. This fight is ridiculous.
Do you need a Ben? Oh, he got it. What? I don't know. Linda doesn't have any direct damage.
I'm on Twitch now. Hang on.
Work because Linda just got. Is that a new initiative? Because it didn't give out Benny's then, did it?
I gotta go find. I gotta do that.
Okay, Linda's gonna step out. Step
It
out.
didn't award the Bennies, Kevin, for the Linda getting Joker.
I'm just looking
It
at
did
that.
or it didn't? I couldn't tell.
It did. No, it didn't. It didn't actually treat it as a new round. Sorry, new round. There you go. Docs first. I apologise.
Oh, I'm not up. Okay.
Right. I am
You cancel that.
moving to there.
How many bennies do you have now? 1?
2.
And I'm doing.
Oh, you have 2. I gave you. I didn't mean to give you more than you needed at the time. So, oh well.
Doing 3 actions.
I'll give you one back.
Each of them is a shotgun.
Can you?
I just
Were you
gave
able
one back
to?
Linda, yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I think you'll
Oh, I
find.
thought you had that a special ability to do that.
You've got
it's just-
6.
I think you'll
Bennies,
find
Linda.
all of you are quite
I do.
convicted. Are quite convicted in the fact that you could win this fight. Hint, hint.
Well, the thing is it's either win or die, and I'm convinced I want to live. That's where my.
How do you enable conviction?
Drag it to chat.
But
Hit.
do it on your turn. Don't do it before your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, don't you have a wedding to plan? Oh wait, no, sorry, wrong campaign.
Man,
Okay, that should have been a hit with a raise, but you obviously didn't target him. That's fine. Then you only needed a 4 to hit him, 6 to hit him, so that's a hit with a raise. Off you go. Roll the damage.
My spidey sense tells me you need to be checking chat for bennies.
Indeed, I saw. Oh, I didn't see the third one. I saw 2, but I didn't see the third one.
AFK 1 minute.
Whoa,
aren't those
double.
glowy dice? They're so much more effective. Yeah, Jelsa dice.
No, I'm not
No
looking
wonder
at
you're
my
rolling
thing.
so great.
You just hit War for 2 wounds.
I know. I did a multi attack, so I got 3 shots.
Nice, but you hit War for 2 wounds. I'm not soaking the damage. He's too horrible. He's too nasty to let him soak the damage.
20.
Yeah, I'm not having him soak. If you hit him, you hit him. Oh,
Wow.
Speaking of,
okay,
Awesome.
here we go.
Oh,
Right.
look at that. The 12 gets a reroll.
This is what teamwork does.
It does indeed. After I gave you all
Nice.
conviction just in case. So, okay. Killable, black guns, and no things.
Hey, Doc, you want to reroll that last roll, or does it matter?
Okay. Rax, so,
That looks
okay.
better.
Okay, who's got the amulet?
I don't
Who's
know
got-
who has the amulet.
Roger probably has the amulet. He'll shoot it with Eris as soon as War falls down.
War has fallen down. War's gone down.
And
It's a splat.
the trap is still
Oh,
active.
Shoot it with Eris?
Oh hell yes!
Okay, Roger, up to you. I know I've skipped your go, Deckard, but that's because I'm going to assume you're on hold in case everything goes wrong. Okay, Roger, you're up.
absolutely.
Okay. Yep, Eris. You basically using Eris, you shoot the amulet. It shatters. Okay. It is shattered. The basically Rannoch's hold of the Reckoner is released. Rak dies because he cannot regenerate. War lets out a shriek of rage that turns into terror as he's drawn into the device, stretching towards it and compressing into its torturous confines. The trap snaps shut with a clang, and eldritch energies crackle briefly over the contraption's surface.
Go. Can somebody else carry this with this creep inside?
Congratulations! You have succeeded
Wow.
in bringing down one of the worst evils in Deadland history. Well done. Okay.
Woohoo!
Karg nods and waves dismissively at you, indicating that you can go.
Who's Karg?
What about all the crap going on outside?
Well, that's what you have to find out when you get out there, won't you?
We just want to get this trap back to the ship to what's her name?
Well, Karg's basically obviously waves dismissively as if acknowledging your assistance and basically saying, yes, you can go now.
Who is Karg?
He's the skinny.
He's the skinny that gave us the skinny on the information needed to stop all of this.
Okay. Do we want him as a buddy, or do?
Yeah, no, we want to let him live.
Killed after, yeah, he's on our side.
No, he's not.
I realize he's on our side. Do we want him as a good buddy forever, or do we want to wait to return to the city?
He is most certainly not your buddy. It is very much a case of Karg was the enemy of your enemy. I will stipulate that. He is not your friend, and he's basically you. If you want to read it another way, he's letting you leave alive. Considering how many people he just killed.
Now I'm really tempted to play the card. But I'll wait until we get to the town.
Okay. You retrace your steps to the entry point. I'm just going to assume you do so. And basically, you retrace your steps. War's horde quickly falls into a disorganized rabble. While some of the elements will continue to fight on the battlefield, the BDF mops up these pockets of resistance fairly quickly. The brain-crawler-controlled colonists and looks are no longer under Ruck's coordinated control, but are still slaves to their alien parasites on their brain stems. Those that escape will continue to cause problems for Anouk and human settlements alike for the foreseeable future, but they're only individual troublemakers and not part of any coordinated campaign. Martin meets the agreement she made prior to the mission, paying each of you the 1,500, which I will sort out in a second. In addition, obviously, in the but they don't refer to unfortunately, Hellstrom Industries obviously takes the staff off, and she promises to relay the information. Unfortunately, you don't reap any rewards for saving the colony yet again, apparently. Any established contacts in the Rangers and the BDF are inclined to give you the benefit of the doubt regarding your role in the battle. Basically, no one really realises what you did, unfortunately. A few weeks later, you receive a message.
That's not necessarily true. When are we back on the colony? When are we back on the colony?
Shut up. A few weeks later, I've got 9 minutes here. Well, you can play that. That's fine. Obviously, Temptation will treat you. Temptation will treat you that way.
They know what we did.
Well, they know what you say you did. Any sting of disappointment is soon forgotten when a few weeks later you receive a message from Hellstrom Industries. The order delivers the spirit trap to her employer, and Vanessa Hellstrom was so pleased she authorised a complete upgrade on your ship. The Hellstrom Industries are authorised to finish any remaining repairs to bring the ship up to fully operational status, or any upgrades she so quit up to 100k in modifications.
Guys, get some upgrades.
Excellent. You're all welcome.
And of course, for stopping the first of the Reckoners, you could all give yourself a big pat on the back. And apparently that is the end of the actual official plot point campaign. But obviously, as we all know, that there's a new one coming out, isn't there, with the next Reckoner? So maybe we will return to the Deadlands in the future. But for now,
who's the next Reckoner you take on?
I don't know. I can't remember who the next one is.
I'm not looking forward to Pestilence.
So doesn't Banshee know that we did the good thing?
Maybe she'll grow on me.
But we don't get an advance for all that? I mean,
of course you get an advance. Of course you get an advance. Give me a chance.
Well, you're a little slow tonight, Boswell. Oh, we got 2.
Oh, she saved the world. You saved the world. And obviously you all got a point of conviction as well. So congratulations.
See if I can.
Excellent. I'll go away and you kill the monster.
So, do you have any? Thanks for the campaign, man. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun.
Okay, so I must admit, I was a bit surprised last time when I read it and realised that it went straight into the last one. But I figured it was a big fight, and technically you weren't supposed to win that one because it's ridiculously OTT. So nice rolls on the shotgun at the end there. Yes. So my plan.
That's mine.
So my
the rolls were before.
so what level do you guys? You're mostly heroic. So I do not know. Obviously, haven't seen anything about that new Deadlands campaign yet. It's probably meant to be started with new characters, but it might be. I'm sure we could possibly mod it to bring back these ones, but it's a way off. So I'm not saying this is the end of Deadlands Lost Colony, but it's probably the end of season 1. Let's put it that way, shall we say? So definitely plan definitely do your advances, and obviously the plan is to return to Deadlands, especially once that new plot point comes out. But in the meantime, I do have a plan. We can discuss it on the Discord channels over the next over the next week or so. I will basically funny enough, it is space based again, but this time it will be on sailing ships.
Spelljammer.
Yeah, I think it's time to do some savage spell jamming. I've decided.
Oh, yes.
Savage Pathfinder spell jamming. So it's Savage Pathfinder, and then you're going spell jamming as well.
Nice.
Excellent.
Would that be like the 2e version, or the 5e version?
I'm afraid it's basically, it is based off the 5e version, because the 5e version, believe it or not, is more savage. However, I mean, basically, I am Denard. I'm going with the idea there's no crystal spheres because it makes life easier, especially if you want to play a cleric. Because if you don't,
that's probably the main reason why they changed it. Although I do miss the Floatstein and the fact that if you cast a fire-based spell in there, everything blows up.
Exactly, but I have to be honest. I acknowledge the classical option, but I do quite like the idea of the Astral Sea and the way they've done it. Also, what I do like in the latest version as a 5th edition, which makes life a lot easier when it comes to converting it to Spelljammer, of course, is there's no cost for to basically to power the Spelljammer helm now. You just have to have an arcane background. That's it. You know what I mean? And there's no, you know how in the old days you used to have to cast spells, didn't you, as it were, to power the ship? They got rid of that in 5th edition. You just need to have have an arcane background, to put it in savage terms. So that's the plan. The campaign will be on the assumption you guys are spell jamming aware. It will start on Glorian, so you can. So basically, what I will do is we'll discuss it later. I haven't finished. I've done all the 5e races and everything else. So your choices will be you can have all of the Pathfinder races, and if you really want one from the Advanced Player's Guide, we can shoehorn it in there. Getting the classes from the Advanced Player's Guide might be a little more of a stretch because they haven't finished publishing it yet. So I'm working my way through the Fantasy Companion. I do admit, actually, if the Fantasy Companion had come out sooner, I would have done Pathfinder as a Fantasy Companion game, but that's by the by. But your choices are, so you can be any of the Spelljammer races or any of the Savage Pathfinder races is the plan. But we'll discuss more, on Discord channels. I'll create a new thread for it.
And starting in 2 weeks, or when did you want to do?
We may have a session 0 where you just create your characters and discuss stuff, or is probably what we can do in 2 weeks' time. And get your characters sorted out and everything else, and obviously, but if you all do it, if you all actually have a chat online and sort out your characters before then, we can probably start in 2 weeks. But we'll discuss all that. But that's the plan. We're doing Savage Spelljammer time. She takes the stars in wooden spaceships.
Sounds good. That sounds awesome.
And how'd you get smarts to 2d12 plus 2?
Because I had smarts d12. Isn't that how it works?
You
No,
can't.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Oh, I thought you said it maxes at d12 plus 2.
Professional edge.
You have to take an edge to get
legendary.
Yeah, it's an edge. You can't increase smarts. it's an edge you need to do to increase smarts.
And even then, the professional edge only makes it 2d12 plus 1.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
2d12 plus 1.
1d12 plus 1, not 2d12.
I'm sorry.
Then there's an additional edge you can take at legendary as well, which lets you have it as +2, I believe, isn't there? Oh no, it's up to +2.
Yeah,
No,
so,
yeah.
So the professional gives you +1. Then you can take, once you have professional, you can take expert, so long as you do it in the same trait, and that's +2. And then finally, you can take master, which is another +2, and it changes your wild die to D10.
Oh, that sounds nice.
But you've got to be legendary, so you're a bit off that yet. So we shall leave this one here. I shall leave it up for you people who want to work on their advances, because I say, as far as I'm concerned, unless for some reason it really doesn't work with existing characters and season 2 will be a whole new posse, we'll see. But my plan currently is, yes.
Was I able to play Folk Hero for Banshee, or if not, can I play it for Hellstorm, or did Folk Hero just do nothing?
Oh no, Folk Hero will be Folk Hero is fine. You play it in Temptation. People in Temptation will know the truth, but the rest of Banshee won't. That's how it will work.
Okay, that's fine. That sounds fun. Thanks.
No worries. So I shall leave. I'll leave it up if you guys want to update your characters. I had a lot of fun with this one. I was a bit surprised how I wasn't expecting it to end. When I realised it was I didn't want to sort of end mid-fight, because then next week would have been a really short session. So I'm glad you got it done. It's a blimmin' tough fight, and I'm not even sure it's doable if I didn't take off the heavy weapon. So without smite, you can't win that fight as far as I'm concerned. So well done, guys, and we'll see you all soon. Have fun. See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed that. As I say, we'll be back